and there was just so much cum. It was like everywhere. And
It was like Niagara Falls. It just
it
went.
was like Niagara Falls coming out of my dick.
Jesus. Okay.
It was really awkward to explain that to the roommates.
Okay. That was an awkward start. But anyways, God, you guys just make things worse for me. So, what was that conversation of trying to get your friend into watching Master of Martial Arts because
Oh,
of
fucking
anime?
dude! Like, Master of Martial Arts is a fucking modern masterpiece. By the way,
I know. I introduced you to it. I just want to know. Your friend says he's
want to
into
thank you for
shitty
that.
anime. What to him is shitty anime? I must know.
I don't know because I haven't had a full conversation with it.
He probably thinks
have you-
mediocre shit like Naruto is.
Actually, no,
just shit.
he's got pretty decent taste. He's very particular because he only reads manga. But the thing about it, and watch some anime, but it's really got to push it for him.
Oh, if
Which
he
is
only
unfair.
reads manga, how did he like erase his anime adaptation?
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting to ask him that.
I haven't seen.
He'll probably say I
Okay,
like
we're
it.
on the air,
but
but I can't see my URL or anything.
I can't moderate the chat. By the way, I'm incapable of reading chat.
Okay.
Here, this is your URL. I'll post it. In
Okay, I see it. All right.
You know what I'm amazed by? We haven't had anime blood sports yet.
Well,
we should host
I mean, should we watch Maho Shoujo site?
Oh, fuck. They already have it there?
Okay.
Damn it.
Wait, back up, because Windsor and I have been talking about this earlier. Maho Shoujo Shai, it's on Crunchyroll? Where is it? Because I'm
probably not going to be that great of an anime, but I think it's going to be my guilty pleasure of the season.
Well, I want to watch it. I want to watch it with you.
Right?
Well, yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
And of course, Vmont's the first guy to find us. Anyway,
anime blood sports anime. It sounds like that could be it.
I honestly, I do have to say, I'm super excited for watching Magical Girl Ore when I get the chance. That's going to be great.
All right. Well, that's an echo.
Echo.
When is Maho Shoujo site going to be on the air, or is it already airing?
Yes, episode 2 came out yesterday.
Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Or simulcast? Okay. Want to watch that together after stream? I want to watch it with you.
Sure. We could do that. Oh, hey, Ghost Storm.
I think it's going to be shit too, but I'm in the mood for depressing shit. I haven't gotten another School Days in a while.
Well, I hear this anime wants to be as edgy as possible.
Yes.
But the question is, can it be more edgy than Future Diary?
Can it be more, dude? Can it be more edgy than Magical Girls? Or is it Day of the Magical Girls or whatever? Where it's like where it's what is it? Dawn of the Dead, except it's magic. Everyone turns into magical girls.
Oh, you're talking about Magical Girl Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a manga.
I want that to get an anime adaptation.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be as good, dude. If the Junji Ito collection is failing as an anime adaptation,
that's different. That is different.
There is so many different reasons as to why that fucking failed. It wasn't because it got adapted into an anime. It was because there's so many other factors, like it being adapted into an anime by a studio that was incompetent.
What studio adapted the Ito collection?
Dean.
Oh, right. Yeah, if it was Madhouse, a whole other story. But hey, Ghost Storm, how's it going?
Man, they would fuck that show up so good.
And yes, we're doing a podcast. I thought it would be an interesting change of pace. Since I'm not focused on a video game, I thought it'd be far more articulate if we were just sitting here doing a little group conversation. And so far, I feel more comfortable doing this than our game streams. But how do you guys feel about this setup?
I just, you know what? I just want anime blood sports. I want to be unleashed upon the world and tell them that all their.
Oh my god! With the annoying ass weebs on this fucking website, you would think we would have something like this.
I know, right? Fuck. Set it up. Let's do it. Let's fucking.
Shit, I'll do it. Fine. I can't get famous any other way on this website. I might as well just. I might as well just be all GT Blitz, and I'll be the GT Blitz of anime blood sports. I love that character in Jack X, by the way. He's just stereotypical.
I have a very interesting anime topic, but it'll completely derail everything we talked about so far.
We're okay. Don't do that. Yeah, but
we're talking about various other things. Of course, we did this out of Black and Silver Diamond's idea to do a live stream to talk about Channel Awesome, but I want to talk about other things.
Yeah, like he's like how
Well-
Darkscream is PC bro now.
Yeah, I'm PC. Well, funny thing is, I saw like a pack for this game I heard about over and over again called Mountain Blade,
Oh,
which
hey, Mountain Blade is pretty cool.
which looks like a shitty game, but I've been told
Yeah,
it's really, really,
yeah.
really fun, and
really
it looks
fun.
like something up my alley. I'm just trying to adjust it to
know-
make the controller support more comfortable.
Do you know the bullshit you can do in Mountain Blade? A friend of mine actually soloed an entire army and knocked them out with a warhammer. No casualties.
Yeah, this looks like a game I would be into. Something that's like a slower, more methodical Dynasty Warriors game.
Also,
Sounds like
I
it'd be
wouldn't-
pretty
I
fun,
wouldn't
but I gotta
defend it.
make sure that I'm not
wouldn't
confusing it with the Korean MMO Blade Soul.
Oh, no,
fuck
no.
you. A friend
Well,
of mine keeps fucking trying to push that.
Well,
shit onto
Mountain
me,
Blade
and
is
I
also
fucking don't.
Mountain Blade is also on PS4, and if that goes on sale, it's only $20 anyways. But if it gets cheaper, I might pick that up for there too.
You might as well
But-
do it for PS4, dude.
I see. Well,
It's just because you got to download more RAM.
I'm not going to stream the game. I don't know if I'm going to download more RAM or just get me a new fucking whatever it is that you need. A new.
I have a
New
bit
graphics
of
card.
good news in video games, kind of.
Sure,
Oh.
lay it on us.
It involves EA, so it's a weird thing to say it's good news for them, but I personally deem
Are
this
you
as
talking
good
about their
news.
fucking producers or their like indie producers?
Yeah, with all their indie producers, A Way Out sold 1 million copies.
Yeah.
That's good because Windsor and I just finished the game last night, and we both enjoyed it.
Now, EA's estimate for the game was only 684,000 copies.
It was 707,000.
700? I thought it was lower than that.
Still,
It
it's
started
less
out
than-
lower, but it was
it's
shit.
still
Really shit.
they've surpassed expectations by a good 30% or so.
I like what the creator said. We sold 1 million copies. That means at least 2 million people played this game.
Well, when you break it down, oh yeah, I need to let people know this. Yeah, A Way Out is not only $30, but 2 people don't need to buy the game. Only one person needs to buy it. The other person just needs to download the demo to it. The person who buys the game can invite the guy over to play the full version of the game. And it blows my mind because this is an EA licensed product.
Yeah,
This-
I haven't heard shit like that.
That's fucking nuts. I mean, I bought the game $30. I invited Windsor. He only downloaded demo, and we completed the game last night.
well, you know what's crazy though is like I haven't heard anything like that being done since like the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh, by the way,
And
I got
and
some.
then there was the PSP as well. I did that.
Mhm.
I got some sad news. I tried to invite Big Out to stream. He doesn't want it.
What?
Aw.
He said he's too exhausted. He's too tired. So I want to let you guys know. Yeah, I know.
This was gonna be my chance to meet the legend.
I know. Let's see if I
My
can. Get,
anus is so fucking puckered right now. God damn.
gee, I wonder if I can get Ace. Nah, he might be busy with his. Well, he has a family to support.
Yeah, he'll be too busy yelling at fucking drunken peasant or drunken punk or fucking someone. He'll be yelling at someone, I know that.
He's gotten over Drunken Punk. I don't know if he knows about the recent channel awesome stuff because he made those videos before their quote unquote counterpoints. Oh yeah, other news. The drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket's dead.
No! He had his own fucking weapons TV show and everything. He was cool as shit.
Yeah, he was God, what was his name? Wildcats in Batman Brave and the Bold?
Oh.
Yeah, he
Wow.
was, and it was pretty awesome.
Oh, that guy is so cool.
Did he go out in a cool way? Did he save a bunch of people from an exploding building?
Did he tell some Texan that he's a queer? Because he sure as shit ain't a steer.
Well, let's just leave it ambiguous and just imagine something badass. Because if I find out that he just died of a stroke or a heart attack, it'll just be all meh. But the dude was like already is like 74 years old from what I've been
Oh
told.
yeah.
Speaking
He's
of
the- he
death,
was like the toughest motherfucker around though.
speaking of death, we should talk about Stan Lee and how he'll probably die from Marvel literally draining all of his blood.
Oh yeah. So apparently, yeah. So he's threatening to sue people that have made the actual allegations. I watched the video that involved him, where he talks about his frustrations about the whole way this whole story went out. He recorded it with his family members, and honestly, I'll stand by the dude. To be quite frank, because like as soon as I heard about it, then I heard, oh, he's going to sue people that made the allegations, and I went, oh, okay, so what the fuck is going on? Like seriously, what the fuck is going on with Stan Lee?
If it was
it's
just
right after
oh
the
yeah,
fact,
guys, it's
yeah.
not happening at all. To I'll sue you for money if you don't stop talking.
Yeah, because
I'm curious, how is everyone's audio here, chat? I just want to make sure everyone sounds just fine. I mean, you guys sound fine to me, but you know how things play out.
Yeah, I know they just don't like black people. I'm just waiting for the day that like Windsor finally like snaps and actually uses the hard R on stream. I'm waiting for that.
Wait, you're waiting for me to say the hard R on stream?
Oh, don't say it now. Don't say it, bro.
You can't just say it, Windsor. It's got to be like in a comedical fashion.
It has to come naturally. My southernisms need to take a hold.
Southernism? Is it like autism except it's for the South?
Yes.
Close enough.
It is a real thing, unfortunately.
No, I believe that. I'm a filthy Californian. We thrive off of that.
Oh, fuck you guys. Anyways.
It's true. Do you have any idea how long in high school like everyone spent the entire time making fun of the South? The shit that I have fucking seen is, oh man, I never wrote shit that fucking bad.
All right. So other good news in terms of video games. It turns out Shinobi Reflay, or localized as Samurai Conqueror Reflections, is going to make a Western release here after all.
Yeah.
I guess Real has a reason to buy a Switch.
I now have no. You don't understand. That was the last final reason to buy a Switch. Like I needed one more game, and now I can give a shit about the Switch.
I'm not gonna lie. I am super tempted to trade in my Xbox 360 and all its games just so I can get some credit to the Switch and give me a Switch because my Xbox 360 has been unplugged from my TV for like 2 years.
Let me say this. When I beat Lost Odyssey, that's it. Xbox is going because I play that game and I fucking love that.
My thing is, I just want to see what the Zoids game for the Switch is going to be like.
Oh yeah, we got to go back to fucking Zoids.
God, Zoids hasn't been relevant in a decade. No, I want you to talk about that Gundam game that you got excited for. Breaker? Yeah, because I want to get into it because the customization looks deep.
I'm just deciding what would be easier, getting it for the PC or getting it for the PS4. Only because it's made by Bandai, and you know what Bandai likes to do with games.
DLC the shit out of it.
Block stream access to it.
I was going to say, refuse to release the Japanese version that's an all-out better version of said game in America.
You mean Gundam Breaker 3? Yeah, never got a localized.
No, I mean Tales of fucking Vesperia, because I'm still mad about that.
Oh,
The entire Tales fan base will never stop being fucking mad about it because of how fucking stupid it was.
Real? What the hell is your avatar anyways? Or is that your webcam?
It's a giant monster.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it looks like.
I hope it's not my webcam because my webcam's not fucking...
No, what it is it's whatever image you put for your Gmail.
Yeah. No, that's my character. That's real. Or, like, not really real character. No, that's I made a bunch of thumbnails for the for an animation class, and I drew this one where like my cartoon guy, and I don't want to make him actually.
Oh, is that? Oh, he's running. I see.
Yeah, I'm starting to see it now.
It's running animation. It's just that because
from a distance,
the zoomed in quality, it kind of looked like something else.
And no.
So yeah, Shinobi Reflections, which besides Asuka, the main character, there's DLC for Yumi, Riona, and Murasaki. Yes. The thing that pisses me, I'm still upset because there's not a single Crimson girl that's playable in that game. You got two Heavy Joes, a Gessen, and a Hanzo school, but you don't have Homura or Yomi or Mirai or Haruka.
Are you talking about the dark skin?
No, the dark skin. Yeah, Homura is the dark skin.
Yeah.
Oh, Lance is here. Hey, Lance, if you want to join us on the stream, I'll resend you the link.
Hey, Krillin, what's going on?
Yeah, everyone's gonna laugh seeing that Krillin face on the
I
stream.
fucking love that Krillin face.
It
It's
is a
really
pretty good
fucking
face. Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm a little bit jealous
But
of
yeah,
having
Shinobi
such old
Reflections
stuff.
is coming here, and I am going to assume that it is going to come out uncut because the reason why they put that game on the Switch is I made this statement before a year ago
Yeah.
about the motion censored.
Yeah, I really hope they don't do that. I mean, that's my fear for Omega Labyrinth C.
They did say the game will be entirely uncensored because
Yeah, no, I know.
PQ
but
has this rockstar mentality when it comes to localizing games uncensored. They really hate. They're very anti SJW.
If it's banned in Britain, it's going to come out perfect.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to keep that stupid.
But that just
mechanic where you have
further
to, like,
proves
scrub.
that Xseed ain't cooking out.
Well, it's I'm not gonna get into
Unlike
that.
what
I
the
knew what you're
dipshit
trying to
Louis
find.
Laval said.
God damn you!
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to bring it up because fuck that guy. Fuck that ass kisser.
You don't
Have to. Okay, maybe I don't have to, but I.
Yeah,
But I fucking
Excuse me,
want
sir.
to.
Oh yeah.
Because I am a spiteful motherfucker on the internet. I used to talk shit on a whole lot of you motherfuckers back in the day.
Yeah, past tense.
In fact, I was talking a lot of shit in that Channel Awesome vlog. Did you guys listen to it?
I missed my chance. I apologize humbly because I've been so fucking busy. I know listen to it. But no, I'm hyped as shit. See, think of it this way, Darkscream. When I get all of my work done, how do you think I'm gonna celebrate?
Grabbing a drink, playing some games, hanging out with friends. That's usually the options that are on the
No,
table.
I'm gonna listen to your video. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my treat.
Oh, I do that while I work. I used to do that all the time in college. I would just listen to Big Al rants while I type up an essay or something.
I honestly would be totally that's gonna be my gift in life that I managed to.
Yeah, Helsing 920. If he were alive today, he would love to see Channel Awesome collapse more than I did. I fucking admitted that this was a fun dumpster fire.
Jesus.
That's something my buddy Dead Crash.
Maybe this was his gift to us from the afterlife.
Oh fuck.
Maybe that
finally got his revenge.
Maybe I know Dead Crash probably doesn't like to hear me say that, but it's true, especially when it's ran by chuckle fucks like Mike Machado. And I heard Rob Walker's an asshole. And it's like maybe it deserves to blow up on its face like this.
I really do think that
this
Doug is not that bad of a person.
You do realize Gulu Larry is like the only video game provider on that channel.
Well, and then there's Cinema Snob, who's also like one of the only guys that hasn't fucked up yet.
Well, that's a question I have.
So who's gonna win?
Like I said, I'm still rooting for Larry.
I'll take.
But Brad Jones is pretty tough to take down.
Ooh.
It'll be a tough fight, but Larry is willing to go in from the long haul.
Oh fuck! Did Snob ever respond to that? By the way,
no he's been so hush hush about it.
All he did was
Larry
tell him he hasn't left, and that's it. He basically told Larry it's still on. Don't say you're a winner yet, and that's it.
Yes, that's all I want. Go Cinema Snob.
No man, kick his ass, Guru Larry.
Oh fuck you.
If you have room for one more person, I'll join the stream. All right, I just need to take up the link. Where is it?
Fucking shit! What am I doing?
Ed. Yeah, if we do this, maybe we could do this weekly instead of just me streaming shit games.
I honestly would be perfectly fine with
that. Being said, I am aiming to stream Yakuza 6 this Wednesday.
You better, faggot.
Don't you have work? When's the stream going to be?
Actually, something weird's going on in my schedule, so I might be able to stream. It's going to be a late start, like 8 p.m. my time. But I do want to stream Yakuza 6 because that's the game I've been super hyped for.
And I will stream them. I need to finish. Actually, good news for anyone.
All right, I sent Lance the link.
Sweet. For anyone
also, no, Multifire's not dead.
Hold on a sec.
I have to answer. I'm sorry, I'm responding to the chat.
Oh, Oh yeah. Sorry, I can't see the chat, so I apologize. But,
Yeah, but to answer the question, I want to say Multifire's here, but I'm not going to tell you where he is. I'll let him show up when he wants to.
we have him
Yeah.
in the bunker, hidden in the stash.
Yeah, I want him to give out the story time of where he's been for so long.
If he's comfortable sharing that.
Well, I mean, it's funny.
That sounds juicy as fuck, though. Did I also, for one last thing, because I know the big thing is that I owe a lot of quote unquote a lot of people, anyone on my subscriber account, an apology. I am sorry that I still haven't finished Danganronpa because I didn't think this school year would kick my ass this hard. So I apologize for that. I will, however, celebrate my return to California as of next month, which will result in me finishing Danganronpa 1. I do plan on doing that.
There's two types of college students on this world.
Yeah.
Those who work too hard and those that pretend to work hard, but really they don't.
Like
But-
me.
Like me.
Let me say this. I don't know where I am on this spectrum. I procrastinate a lot, but I end up getting most of my shit done. Like the way the school works is that if you like get something wrong or whatever, they let you have a second chance by resubmitting it. But then the resubmits that I turned in needed to get resubmitted because I still didn't do shit right. So think of that for like an entire semester, and I'm like drowning in work right now.
Okay, Lance, I sent you the link.
So it's a fucking, oh god, it's a great school. I probably won't recommend anyone actually going to it unless they really want to get fucking chuckle fucked. But they'll have all the connections they need, and they'll get all the skills that they want.
It's the military school for art students.
Actually, yeah, it is. It's kind of like a video game military school.
Man,
Like they already get you in the idea of like you're never gonna have a social life while working in the gaming industry. Because honestly, you're not unless you're like in production.
So that's why game industry people's Twitter is so messed up. It's their only way of stress relief.
Honestly,
oh
yeah.
God, you might be right. Jesus Christ. And
So
that's
remember-
the worst.
Remember that episode of like of a Paranoia Agent where it's at the animation studio and
Yeah.
everyone's in like all this horrible disrepair? Imagine that, except it's in the gaming studio, and that's just every day.
Man, that's every day for Japan,
I've listened
regardless
to-
of who you are.
Yeah, I've listened to a guy that's a friend of mine here at the school that's on the the game designer bit. He's working on a project and he's fucking pissed off. I've heard him go on a massive Scottish tirade talking about how much he hates his fucking teammates because they keep fucking everything up. And so he ends up spending like 9 hours straight fixing their mistakes in code.
Ooh.
Stupid that shit is. And also, he is naturally born Scottish, but he doesn't use his accent. He hides it.
That's lame.
Except when he's angry.
Except when he's angry, then he fucking lets it all out, and it's the most beautiful fucking thing ever. I remember in voice acting club, I had to egg him on because he wasn't sounding as angrily Scottish as people requested him. So I would go ahead and I'd hurl insults to him, and then he actually started fucking going for it. So that's what I was known for. That was funny as shit. I you know what? I don't.
I sent Lance the link and told him like 3 different areas, but for some reason he's not responding. He might got caught up with something. Anyways,
I'm sure he'll appear once he gets a chance.
yeah, I got OBS, but I don't know what to stream with it. So Shenmue 1 and 2 coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One in 2018, and I don't know if that game holds up as well as people think of it now.
Oh man,
Isn't it deemed the game that introduced QTE events?
No, that was Dragon Slayer when you really think about it.
Good point.
By the way,
That is very
Valkyrie Chronicles is heading to Switch in Japan. The first game.
The first game?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you save all your waifus, Darkscream, actually?
Actually, yes, I did.
Oh, excellent.
That being said, that game was super fucking hard, and I had to cheese a lot of the missions, and god damn.
Souls. Yeah, when are you gonna get your ass onto fucking Bloodborne, my dude?
I don't know. So I'm just, I don't know.
So many video games.
I know. I still need to go back to King of Fighters 14 because the 4 DLC characters came out.
Yeah. We saw you jizz in chat. It was entertaining.
It's actually kind of weird, but 2018 hasn't been that bad for video games so far.
No, it's no
Actually,
2017, but still pretty solid.
we're still going like 3 straight years. 2016 wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15, I remember not being happy with 15.
I don't remember much other than I was playing some niche games. I was playing Neptunia, and I do like that series. I don't give a shit what Shintai says.
My only thing I kind of wish is I waited and I waited on getting Peach Beach and got it for the PC instead.
Ooh,
So I
it
could
was on
bought it.
sale. It was on sale. I can't blame you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Fuck.
So I finished
Yeah.
I finished both seasons of Hero Aka.
Yeah, what do you think, my nigga?
It's fucking amazing.
Is this the unofficial Darkscream review of My Hero Aka?
I guess.
Believe you.
At
Well,
least the first two
he,
seasons.
he made a recommended on it, so
Yeah.
that's something. And as a person who's way more deep into it, I can just tell you now, it does not stop. It just keeps going,
Keeps
like
going.
the Duracell rabbit.
Like, no, that mangaka is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I was actually kind of mad he got attacked by a bunch of feminists for
Why's that?
doing because he made a celebration art of all the girls in swimsuits on his Twitter, and it was it had them in swimsuits, and it had Minata as the sun staring at them intensely.
Oh.
And they were like, "How dare you do that?" And I'm like, "You do realize he's Japanese and doesn't even care about you, right?"
That's if there's one thing I thank Japan for consistently is not giving a shit about stupid Westerners telling them how to make their content.
I was worried about him though because he has all those self-esteem issues.
It's exactly what Popcorn Box said. Feminists always attacks artists. Maybe they should learn to create instead of complain.
Well,
But
you know,
they can't.
like, Darkscream. I do have to make this point. They are creating. It's the Marvel comics, and they're butthurt because people fucking hate them.
Gee, I wonder why. Is it because your shit sucks so bad that people would rather jump to a medium that they really don't like all that much just to get some good superhero action? Like,
I'm actually curious to see how the crossover with Infinity War is going to be because he is working on stuff for that with Hero Aka.
That sounds awesome.
That is interesting, but
the poster's really good for it.
Well, he's you know what's funny about him is that he's essentially a Marvel guy. Like his comic books or My Hero in itself is essentially a Marvel manga, and it's perfect.
Someone actually foreshadowed an upcoming anime gate in the future. God help us, says Otis.
I wouldn't be surprised if an anime gate actually happens, considering
what would be the anime gates? Oh, they made
Neon Genesis Evangelion 4.0.
Hey, at least Evangelion's back in the limelight.
Oscar, it's not the Evangelion that I want, or that I care for, I should say. I've yet to really give a shit about any of those fucking movies.
I'm just saying, since they're probably not going to have the infamous staring at your own hand scene.
I'm so fucked up.
Like, I can't think of anything else that would trigger it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You already have such great, like, female empowerment anime like Kill la Kill.
Yeah, it's actually really funny because there's a friend of mine where she gets fucking angry every time that she hears anyone complain about the costume designs because then she goes on a rant saying that's the fucking point. It's about loving yourself and all this other shit. She's really fucking nice.
It's ironically really enough about body positivity.
Yeah. See that's the thing with these kinds of people is that they're actually really fucking they actually don't know how narrative structure works. They don't know how character design works, or the eyes of or what does it mean to be a character designer or anything. It's why they get butthurt when people point out that Japan, a super conservative country like that, does a better job of getting does a better job of getting gay characters right than the actual members of the LGBT community.
Oh, speaking of gay characters and Valkyria Chronicles,
where are you going with this, Darkscream?
In order to complete one of the missions, which involves you like disabling like a fucking doomsday laser cannon, according to one of the strategies, I had to like get this one member, a lancer, those are the anti-tank guys, and who the fuck is using split broadcast?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Oh, hey, Lance.
Okay. What the fuck is going on, Lance?
Not much, man. How y'all been?
Very good, very good. Anyways, back to my story.
Yeah.
I had to recruit this super big butch gay guy who looks like a super butch lesbian woman named, I want to say his name is like Jan or something.
Jean.
Yeah, and apparently he can do a fuck ton of damage with all his potential awakenings and stuff. And the weirdest part is he's voiced by Bender from Futurama doing a gay guy voice, and it's so weird.
Oh, it's so.
But he has been super helpful in that mission. I actually did complete it, and that was actually the mission before the final mission too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really want to hear that.
As for the potential anime gate, the thing I keep hearing people complain about certain anime reviewers getting sponsors and promoting stuff like Crunchyroll, other streaming services like Netflix.
But they've been doing that since forever.
Yeah, they're whores. Well, they're whores because they want to make YouTube videos as a living, so they have to turn into whores.
Yeah, actually, Lance, how do you feel about that since you just walked in?
So gave me a little bit of a background. So what's going on?
Like so the idea is, you know, we've had Gamergate, we've had Comicsgate, we've had Magic-Gate, and interestingly enough, we have yet to have Anime-Gate, despite like the shit that Funimation got caught for doing a couple times, or anything like that. Do you think there is an impending Anime-Gate?
And if so, what would be the controversy that started?
Something with Funimation.
I'd honestly say Funimation would be the big would really be the big.
Yeah, it would. I'd say it would definitely have to be them, but it's more so them like taking something, take an anime, but like completely like injecting, politics that wasn't or just subjects that wasn't initially there to begin with.
Do something that outshines for kids One Piece.
So in a way, you have completely changed the story.
You mean like the whole Toru thing, where it's like that infamous case that happened, Kobayashi's Made Dragons, yeah, where they talk about what was it? Was it
it's so bad you don't want to remember it.
Yeah, I know, right? It was.
Yeah, I remember. I know what something talking about.
Something ogling chests.
I still remember the Gamergate reference in the English dub to Prison School.
And then there was that one instance with that. What was that anime that was really bad?
My Girlfriend is a Gal.
Yeah,
you told me about that.
Oh wait. So wait, what exactly did that happen with? Did they just like not? Yeah. What's? Oh right, they made the fucking customers seem like misogynistic perverts. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what a person who watches that anime for wants to hear.
Well, it's fucked up also because it's kind of an insult towards like these Japanese businesses that actually do this, and honestly, they treat their girls fine as far as I'm aware. Wait until someone pops an article and I'm like, oh well, fuck, sucks to be me. But that's specifically what it's for. It's just part of at this point, not really culture, but it's part of a business surrounding anime. I feel that it's really fucking hilarious to have the balls to essentially do the equivalent of insulting or spitting in their fucking face over this kind of thing that's super popular in Japan. It's kind of like bitching and moaning about it's like complaining about women wearing kimonos
Well,
Right.
thing is, Funimation still pumps out good dubs. Hero Aka's dub is fucking fantastic. It's just that they're
But like I said,
whoever they hire, they need to fucking get rid of that guy or not have him do that much work because he's clearly pissing off their core fan base.
And
That's
that's
not
the-
a thing to
It
do.
was a
You
chick. It was a chick and a guy. Chick tried to deflect onto a different guy, but people were kind of calling some bullshit. Sorry, Lindsay.
yeah. I was just saying it's the B team as a whole. I mean, I kind of find it annoyed that Dragon Maid got sent to the B team. Like
Yeah.
my girlfriend is a gal, and even prison school makes sense for getting sent to the B team.
But Dragon Maid, I told, was like the best comedy when it was airing on that year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was super popular, and it was by Kyoto Animations.
Yeah, and the Pop Team Epic dub is great, Otis. You're right.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
See,
But it was made by Kyoto, which has a huge fucking reputation among the anime industry. For what it's
Okay. So can we move on to a more optimistic topic to talk about? Because I think this is fun since we're all
Yeah,
weak here.
let's talk about titties. Okay, I love titties.
Close.
And, I decided to sell. Lance is like, oh, hold on, so let me pull up the chat.
Dude.
But no, to celebrate my love for titties, I ended up restarting watching Freezing with a friend of mine because it actually got dropped on Crunchyroll, and oh my god, I forgot how ridiculous that show could get, and it's not even, and I'm not even on fucking episode 3 yet. I think
I haven't gotten past episode 2.
Oh man, I watched the entire first season. That show confuses me because it's like a
I want to talk about another rising trend on YouTube. If you guys noticed, well, you guys noticed this, but I want to know if our group has noticed this. The rising trend of virtual YouTubers.
Let me talk to you about that because
whoa. I do have a news article to share. Apparently, Compile Heart, the company who's behind the Neptunia series, has their own virtual YouTuber now.
Oh no.
Her name is Alien Heart. She has
no.
hair.
But yeah, there's an entire culture now. There's an entire culture of virtual YouTubers.
Yeah.
Most of them are guys using voice changing software. I should know. I went to the threads on JP where everyone talks about their favorite virtual YouTuber.
Oh, really?
With his quirk, he could sniff out all traps.
Well, that was part of it.
But you know what they say, that there's no real girls on the internet.
Yeah, but the reason why, because one of the lesser known ones was doing a stream and the guy forgot to set his camera to like the one for the model and set it to his actual webcam. So they found out, and then he was like this big fat dude.
That's like
ruined the illusion,
dude. That is the Milli Vanilli of that shit, man.
See, with VR chat, it's funny because you can basically just assume everyone there's a trap. That's why it's funny, and it's why you can mess with people.
Part of the fun.
Yeah, so you don't take it seriously. Some people, I don't know, most people believe that, like, they knew Kizuna is an actual girl because she's a voice actress in real life. I haven't figured out which one it is yet.
I think she was in God, what was that shitty anime that Digibro shat on 2 years ago?
Asterisk War?
Yeah, she might have been in Asterisk War. I can't say that now.
But it's either that or she's an amateur, one or the other. Anyway, it's actually kind of smart when you think about it, because Kizuna herself is a giant marketing campaign. Originally, it was going to be a giant marketing campaign that turned into an actual YouTube career. Now she gets her own Nindroid, and
she gets her own figurine, a Nindroid. Wasn't she like? Didn't Japan wanted to make her an ambassador to the States or something?
Something like that. Either way, between that and there's like other ones. There's like one who's like makes her model dress super slutty and then constantly e-bags, and that's her gimmick. Is that she's a whore for money.
She has an LP channel and she's LPing Doki Doki Literature Club right now.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for the super ironic part.
I am waiting for that too, because I did play that game entirely, and even though I knew what the spoilers were on ahead, it was still pretty surprising and fun to watch. And I've actually been playing a shit ton of mods for it.
And the fact that she's bad with English is entertaining too.
Fuck you!
Because there was actually, she was playing through one of the games and she was like, "So is fuck you actually a bad thing to say?" Like, and it like had like a big like in-depth discussion about it, because I constantly go through these games and I just hear fuck you, and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, so I'm gonna keep saying it because they want me to.
So it's I actually, oh god, I hope to God I actually get to teach English in Japan. That's one of my life goals. All you need is a bachelor's degree in literally anything, and I'm not joking too. At least for the JET program, but JET program. But
I haven't been to VR chat, but yeah, look at this. Major Bontan doesn't even know what virtual YouTubers are. Just type in AI channel. That's basically the
entry point.
That's the AVGN of virtual YouTubers right there.
Wait, no, stop. Don't send him there. He's too young. He's so innocent. Don't send him
down the rabbit hole.
No, I love to take people and break them down to impure sluts.
No, why aren't you
more
playing
fun
Final
to corrupt
Fantasy
things?
14 on the? Why aren't you playing Final Fantasy 14 on the Ultra server, Darkscream? You fucking rushing my game sometimes with this shit.
Look, I'm already playing Monster Hunter World. Oh, by the way, I got the Mega Man Palico. It's fucking hilarious.
Man, I need to get back on Monster Hunter. I've been playing too much Far Cry.
Stop playing Far Cry. It's not. Don't you know? Don't you know?
There's only like one person? Don't you know there's only like one black person in Montana, and that pisses Louis Laval off?
That's the best.
Don't you know the
that whole kind of thing is just silly to me. I'm like, okay, man.
I can believe that.
Calm down.
I honestly, dude, Lance.
Yeah,
I can believe that. I can believe there's one fucking brother out there in Montana that's like a poor lost soul wandering around. Because there's got to be at least like one black guy per state. It's like a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Well, we
gotta have spies all over you got at least one black person in each state.
Like I said, I am just waiting out for Yakuza 6, which is coming out in a few days, and I'll be playing Virtua Fighter instead.
Can I say that I feel bad for the nigga that's in Nebraska?
Oh yeah. Oh, down actually got like that's actually like a quite big event in Nebraska. Is that that's the only black guy in the entire state?
Wasn't he the guy who set up a stand that says "Meet a black person"? And everyone,
I'm not sure if it was in Nebraska, but it was the guy who did that. And
I want to do that.
And a white guy said, "Hey, mom, look, there's a black guy over there. Let's go get a picture with him."
And she's like, "Hold on, let me get my camera."
Okay, hold on, look at my camera.
Man, does he do poetry? Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm black.
You should be too.
No.
Oh God, Otis Mihan. Far Cry introduces a black character, Lewis.
I just thought that entire thing. It's like, man, okay, man, just
that guy is fucking nuts.
Calm the fuck down.
And he's like, I give up gaming. The Western progressives have ruined gaming. They're not ruining it; they are ruined gaming. And to my counterpoint is, I do believe that they are ruining it, but I think they're failing at their mission. Case in point, while we're on the subject of Far Cry 5, that game got lambasted by, I forgot that douchebag's name already.
Oh, just the far left in general.
Just for not having a politically relevant narrative.
Yeah, Apaben covered all
that entire thing was just stupid to me.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
But here's the thing. Far Cry 5 has sold tremendously well, and Ubisoft is basically bragging that this is the best-selling Far Cry game to date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny do you know what Ubisoft said in regards to its politics?
What?
They said they actually thought that they were originally going to put politics in there, but they thought that instead, or at least a political message, but they instead decided to play it safe because they thought that it would probably bite them in the ass. Thank God they made that choice because now they're rolling in fucking dough.
Well, it's still kind of bit them on the ass either way.
No,
Probably not as hard.
The people who
developers
complain are never going to buy it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, developers don't really give a shit about developers don't really give a shit about
But the most
about
frustrating thing about the entire Far Cry 5 thing is that I'm watching people talk about it. And like especially like people like from a GameSpot, they were invited out by they were invited out to Montana, paid by Ubisoft. Come out, talk with some of the people there. Shoot some bows, whatever. And the guys are talking about it. They're like, yeah, man, this game confused me. So you telling me you are genuinely confused that a game that mostly has conservative characters and they're not racist, they're actually pretty decent people, that confuses you?
Well, let me explain a little something to you, and this is on the basis of California culture. And I'm gonna say this as many times as I can, because I've grown up in this shit. And even though I myself am still liberal in this idea, it's really fucking bad, dude. They are incredibly fucking snobbish about Southerners. I've been to a high school that essentially, I'm not going to say indoctrinated people into liberal politics, but in the end, you go in there with no politics, you come out with liberal politics, unless your parents.
I also want to add, yeah, I am in the South, and I went to college in the Acadiana region, which is pretty fucking multicultural. There was a lot of Indians, a lot of Muslims, plenty of Asians. In fact, like our top student is Vietnamese, and nobody had an issue there.
Yeah.
We were actually pretty chill, cool people. And again, I was in theater. Being a straight white guy was kind of a minority there.
Yeah, it is. It's really funny. And that's the thing, because it's and this plays off into this, because I know a lot of those motherfuckers are from those kinds of areas, which is bullshit, because it's what pisses me off. Because that's the mindset that they come out of, they stick to it, and all this shit. I remember when we had a Canadian guy come in, he asked okay, which ones are the crazy ones, the Democrats and Republicans? And my friend just immediately responded with Republicans and the entire South. Like it is fucking scummy, and it's embarrassing.
And then you smack them and say, wrong, it's both, because...
To quote Lewis Black, what's the difference between a Democrat and a Republican? A Democrat blows, a Republican sucks.
Well, I like the Lewis Black thing, where it's like, the Republican Party is a party of bad ideas, and the
Democrats are a party of no ideas.
Yeah.
Republicans are like, I got a really bad idea. And the Democrats go, and I can make it shittier.
I've actually listened to Lewis Black's most recent stand-up, and I've learned some things about colonoscopies.
That's great. I don't
Let's
think
not talk about that. How about that? How about we not talk about that?
But you get the best sleep of your life.
Darkscream. I've already lived the dangerous life of having a camera shoved up my dick. I don't need to know about what it's like to have it shoved up my ass too.
Wait, both of you?
We don't talk about this on stream, man.
All right, fine. I'm backpedaling.
Yeah, you fucking back way the fuck up.
Because Windsor's starting to sound legit pissed.
Keep this up, and Carmen will give you diabetes in a few years.
Oh, dude. Okay, fine. I'll stop.
Windsor's like bad memories.
Okay. Switching gears.
Metal Gear. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about gears. One of the fantastic gears in life that I found out is the Sam Fisher stuff. Splinter Cell made a really cool homage to or Easter egg towards Metal Gear. Actually, did you guys see that?
No.
I heard about it, but I haven't actually seen it.
Dude, Splinter Cell hasn't made a new game in years.
Well, the thing is that it's free DLC for one of their games, and the original Sam Fisher or whatever. I don't know if I can roll that well, but anyway, they had been referencing each other for a long ass time, over and over again throughout the years. And so with what happened with Metal Gear Solid 5, they have Sam Fisher walk inside a building, and he's like meeting up with this chick, and he's like, "Oh, hey, isn't there?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I need you on an assignment." He said, "Oh yeah, whatever happened to that guy? Army man, or wears army fatigues. I think he's got like a bandana or something." She said, "Oh, he retired," and he just stands there quiet for a moment and just goes, "Huh? So I guess I'm the only one then, huh?" Really fucking
Dude, that look he gave was so sad. I'm like, damn, that's probably one of the most best like facial I seen in the game, because that mild long stare he gave when he said, "So I'm the only one left, huh?" Like that was sad.
No, that really hit. That really hit. I give that dev team a lot of kudos for having a lot of respect towards Metal Gear Solid, because it's honestly like that kind of shit really pushes them.
I need
It's
to
also
catch
the writing too.
I need to catch up on my manga reading. I actually need to get back into reading UQ Holder.
Yeah, they probably updated My Girlfriend's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, it only had 2 volumes, and they ended it there.
It's okay, Darkscream. I still want to believe too. Not your fault.
Yeah, I also want to believe that High School of Dead will have a continuation, but those fucking hopes and dreams have been sealed tight.
Well,
along with the mangaka's coffin.
It's okay, just as long as you don't mention MM, I won't fall apart. See, there's another fucking show about acceptance that does better than anyone else in the fucking Western market for this shit. Literally a show about accepting people for their weird ass sexual quirk.
And what was that?
Funny. That was
What
MM.
show?
That was MM. Where like it's essentially a bunch of characters that at first is just about a guy trying to cure his masochism, but what it actually ends up being, what unconsciously or not, is about just accepting people for the weird fucking quirks that they have in regards to like their sexual preferences. Not every character is fulfilled that way, but especially this is why the main character is so fucking base.
Which is funny considering it's a show that also has Kamen Rider and Dragon Ball Z references.
Yes, it does. It's awesome. Where Freezy Pop is apparently a guy with the power of that's like a humongous fucking lolicon. It's amazing. I remember when that show broke.
Well, when I first saw Frieza, I thought he was a sexual predator.
See, there you go. It's a win-win. It was especially funny because when we watched that with A. There's a scene where like the lolly character, she's a genius, and she gets mad because he has preferences over towards one of the girls that's older than her. So she says, "Oh, then if I'm older than her, if I end up being older than her, will you choose me over her?" And then he goes, "What?" She pulls out this concoction, she drinks it, and she all of a sudden like fucking busts into like fucking F cups, is like 6 feet high and shit like that, and is like significantly older. And when you look at the chat, the fucking entire chat immediately lost their shit, yelling out, "Turn her back!" What is that? It's fucking amazing. Everyone's fucking crying and shit. The autism tsunami just fucking splashes.
And then the stalker showed up and just yelled, "I told you to never drink that devil's brew ever."
And then they kept like asking for calling him our guy. They're mistaken. He was never our guy to begin with. He was always base masochist. But that show is great. If anyone has not seen MM, go watch MM. MM was comedy given to me in a time that I needed it. Oh fucking shit.
Every anime season, once in a while, there's always this 12-episode anime that just fits a little niche that of comedy that always goes away. Pop Team Epic counted as this last.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what anime I'm planning to get into? Have y'all seen y'all seen the previews for what's that? It's called Megalobox.
Oh, the fucking yeah.
The Dakaba?
It's the one that's not like Medaka
a 50th anniversary of Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a boxing anime.
Are you guys?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Are you guys cool of having me invite Deck Crash over on the stream?
No, we're just shit posting right now. Invite him.
I don't know, man. This guy reads the Bible.
Well, oh well.
I mean, I live in the South too, so bring it on.
Okay.
I'm a loose ass fucking Christian, so as far as I understand, I got
It's just,
ammo to spare.
it's just that shit posting is gonna make him super uncomfortable.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, you
We'll
know,
see.
if you
We'll
go,
be like, did you
listen.
ever watch Neon Genesis Evangelion? How did the symbolism make you feel?
You know, it would be the usual answer, Windsor.
But
What the fuck is the Sephiroth Tree of Life? Legit. Like, they will not know what the Tree of Life is. They will not know who all the angels are or exactly how the Sephiroth Tree of Life works.
I
Especially-
could one up. It's like, you ever read a manga called Saint Young Men?
You ever read a manga called Berserk? Actually, Berserk is on top of its Christian lore, too.
Have you watched the anime called Bible Black?
Oh, dude, you know what? Yeah, you know, there's not a single Bible in it, as far as I'm aware.
I want to list one off, but unfortunately, I forgot the title. But Windsor knows what I'm talking about. The one where Jesus and Buddha are roommates.
Yeah, Saint
Saint
Young
Young
Men. I
Men.
just said that earlier.
Okay.
So on the topic of hentai, can I bring
Yeah.
up this topic before we can't reach it again?
Go
So
ahead.
Oh Jesus.
so there's been a recent trend in anime recently about
Go ahead.
televised hentai in Japan. Like it actually
Oh,
yeah. But
are you n-wording me right now?
it's been like this the past couple seasons, and they all have very similar themes, right? The one that's out now is called Ami Chotsubatsu. It's about a woman who gets sent to prison for a crime she didn't commit, and she's sent to an all-male prison.
We can
Now,
only know what happens.
the first one that started this was called a wolf in women's clothing, and it was about this girl who's afraid of men, but she meets a guy who's a cross-dresser.
Oh, I heard about this one.
Yeah, right.
That one I
So,
heard was
yeah,
actually
That sounds
kinda
bad. But
That yeah, both of these shows go full mosaic right at the start, like right out the gate. Boom, 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 all up in there, and it's televised. Do you know why it's televised?
Why is it televised, Windsor?
It is marketed as hentai for women because it's all about a woman main character who's thrown into a situation where they're full of guys who are way more powerful than her, usually taking advantage of them in some way as
Oh
some
my
form of power fantasy, right?
Oh my god.
Apparently in
Japan could live. Yeah.
in
Go
the
ahead, go
prison one, the warden is like, there was like a recent scene I saw, like clips from it, of like her talking to her husband in the, like, little visitors box they have, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, while he's talking to her, the warden's under her, like eating her out while she's talking to her husband.
Oh, fucking.
And then,
Cannot get. Oh
and
my
then
god.
and then eventually she is thrown into a prison cell with a bunch of dudes, and they're all like creeping up, and then all of a sudden some like by shonen-esque guy like comes in to like defend her from the other criminals, and he's apparently like Yakuza because he has tattoos all over his body, and on his back has a tattoo of the Virgin Mary, and someone's like,
seen that.
Holy shit.
I get it. He's a vagina worshiper. That's why this is
Oh.
marketed towards women.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, so this is why it's televised. It's like, it's for women. It's okay.
It's the future.
If women is the ultimate way to get us actual televised porn, fuck it, I'll go for it.
Part of me's just like, is this the HBO of anime now?
Yeah.
It's like, this is the part we get. I just found the idea funny. It's like, it's for women, so it's okay to be on TV.
Oh fuck. That is the fun. Japan never ceases to amaze me. It really doesn't.
Yeah, but I figured I'd bring
I
that.
don't know. The past couple of years with their anime lineups they totally disappoint me. Oh, what the hell was that noise?
How many of the anime on the lineup have you watched, Darkscream?
I mean,
Don't tell me pussy shit like enough. No, like how much have you watched, Darkscream?
Repeat the question, Your Honor.
How much? Oh, thank you. Where's my gavel? I gotta have the court. Gotta have someone under the fucking desk. Suck the dick. How much anime have you actually watched in recent bit? In like this season alone, if we're gonna get into this.
Define season.
This season, okay. This last season. Let's go last season. How much of the actual shows, different shows, have you watched? Because there's one answer I'm expecting, and essentially what's going to happen is it's going to lead into another stupid 80s or better thing, and it's going to make me sad. Don't make me sad, Darkscream. Don't tell me these.
No. I can answer this question
Okay.
in a different way because it's not so much the 80s or better. It's that he wants it to be quality controlled before he watches it. It's why he's considering watching Darling in the Franxx because Multifire's watching it. He doesn't want to have to figure out which one's good and which one's not.
By all means. But here's the thing. You know, all you got to do is just go to good old buddy Real because you know Real's got the real good recommendation.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Who's the guy that was already watching Darling in the fucking Franxx? Who is the guy that was already watching fucking My Hero along with Windsor? Who was the motherfucker that sent you free trials of fucking Crunchyroll so we could watch Konosuba, Monster Musume, and ReZero, which we still have. Who was it, Darkscream? It was me.
No, man, it was Simon.
Give me my motherfucking.
It was Simon
trophy.
who
Fuck
did it for
Simon.
me.
That
not
guy's
you.
a little faggot, and you're fucking lying. Give me my motherfucking.
It was Simon,
trophy.
dude. It even said so on his name. You did nothing real. All you did was just sat on your ass playing Final Fantasy 14 instead of running a website.
First of all, it was Final Fantasy 15, faggot.
No, it was
Get it
14.
right? It was 15.
It was
At the
14.
time, you can
Well,
tell yourself.
here's the thing.
I play 14 while I play
Here's the
15
thing.
for everything.
You're gonna continue watching Hero Aka, obviously.
Yes.
Are you going to watch the new Full Metal Panic?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Are you going to watch the anime that people have been dying to get a sequel to for years?
For years.
Otis, don't bring up a certain something in front of Real. I like it, he doesn't.
Oh God, you fucking motherfucker! Who's bringing up Railgun? I swear to God, I'll kick you in the dick. That show sucks. It's fucking dumb. All he does is punch 3 dudes and like 50 fucking chicks, and I find it funny as fuck.
Dude, for some reason, my link ain't working. I'm trying to invite someone else here. It's not. Ugh.
Fucking trash. And if you like trash, that's fine. Don't tell me it's not trash.
I just
That
want
shit is
actual
trash.
continuations, and Railgun. All Railgun did was retell the first half of Index.
Yeah, fuck that.
And
Fuck
look,
Railgun. I can't
yes,
believe I sat through that shit.
it looked nice. It looked nice, and the alterations were helpful. But it just felt like,
It was Moe shit.
yeah, that mostly that. Like
Yes, it was Moe shit.
Like, the 2 characters that are usually only in Railgun
Yeah.
don't serve any other purpose at any other point.
Are you talking about Flowers Girl and Nature Girl?
Yes, my power is I can keep things at the same at a constant temperature. Oh boy,
Excellent.
that's so
Fuck
useful.
you.
Okay, I'll bring you up into the mountains, and you can keep me at body temperature at all times while you freeze to death. Perfect. And the other one literally has nothing.
No, she doesn't have nothing. She has a quirk. Oh, I'm sorry. An Esper ability. It's just the fact of the matter that she's fucking numb to it. But then like she actually gets access to her ability, and then essentially, I actually can believe that she does have it. She just doesn't know how to use it.
The only thing I liked about that arc was whenever they got all of them together after they did that thing to unlock their powers. It's like, do you know why I brought you all here? It's because you all did this thing and got access to your powers. Now you realize you actually have them, so you can stop being lazy.
Where's her?
By the way, I hope you enjoy your future visit to the hospital. Wait, what?
Oh, You're talking about Railgun. I mean, you're talking to Railgun. I thought you actually brought up Railgun.
No,
That's
fucking fuck
Yeah, we
Railgun.
know you're excited for a certain magical virtual on strangest crossover still.
Fucking however, Titty's Kaicho is great. She's a great character. I like Titty's Kaicho.
But as for Devilman is Devilman. It's like diving. It's like for someone who's if you've never experienced Devilman before, watching Crybaby, I guess, would be a good entry point.
Yeah.
But if you want to go really deep, go even farther back in the past and watch some of the other Devilman.
Oh, dude, let's watch some fucking Devil Lady. Or
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
there was a devil lady.
Yeah, I genuinely enjoy Devilman Crybaby. That was really good.
Yeah.
I still need to
Devilman
watch it.
Crybaby is
Oh yeah, you should watch it, man.
it is a fucking mess of a show that
Oh
misses
yeah.
a
Speaking
lot
of
of shit.
but while we're talking about, but while we're talking about,
really thrilling story.
God damn it, let Lance talk.
I was in the middle of speaking. I'm important. God damn it.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
for
ahead.
like 60 seconds.
Okay,
yeah, you can go ahead and finish, man.
no, it's all good. That's just what it is.
But while we talking about Devilman Crybaby, I did want to kind of talk about this topic. This is an interesting topic I heard about a couple of days ago. That was pretty cool. About the success of Devilman Crybaby, and one of the biggest reasons why Devilman Crybaby was really successful was because when it was made, it wasn't made with a Japanese audience. You know, it wasn't intended for a Japanese audience. It was more intended for a more international audience, and that's probably one of the biggest contributors to why it was so successful. And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, I think a lot more anime needs to go this route, so that because see, my big thing is I do love anime, but I have not been watching a whole lot of anime because I think most modern anime today is all the same. Like,
yeah, it is.
Fun fact.
You cannot tell me different. It's all the same. That's why,
like
after hearing that, I think more anime needs to take that approach. Don't think it's a Japanese audience. Try to think for more international, so that you can actually, be a little bit more broad with your ideas.
That's a good idea, because Hollywood's doing that now, and they're making shitty movies.
You're missing the biggest point here. Okay, Real, what you got?
Yeah. No, what I was going to say, though, is like, you're right in regards to that, Lance, because everyone's trying to cash in on the isekai shit. They're still trying to cash in on isekai shit.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
But the thing is that anime is, the anime business is about what's going after what is trending. It's about going after trying to make money, because it's a business. It's a business first, before art, which is frustrating.
Can the trend be pandering to the West now?
Can the trend be pandering to the West? I honestly don't want it to. I think that there are specific anime has contributed primarily because of the West. I fully believe that. If it wasn't for movies like Blade Runner, for instance, we wouldn't have Cowboy Bebop or Ghost in the Shell. If it wasn't for certain aspects of like Western music, for instance, we wouldn't have amazing shit like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Guilty Gear. It kind of goes on, and so on and so forth. And I like it when the West and Japan kind of manage to create this fusion anime that actually ends up becoming really fucking good. But I would also say, like, Satoshi Kon, for instance, didn't need a Western influence in order to make the content that he made. He just was really philosophic. He was a fucking philosophical genius when it came to that. Gen Urobuchi, I don't think, really needs Western influences in order to make the content that he makes. All he does is just corrupt every single genre that's popular. I can't wait for him to corrupt isekai if he hasn't done that yet, because I know he'll fucking do it and ruin the fucking genre in order to fuck with the anime bigwigs. Do I think a majority of that shit should do it? I don't really think so. I think it should be kept to a small minority. Madhouse, I would totally trust with that kind of thing, for instance.
I think
really does it.
I think what ultimately, though, is the reason why Devilman Crybaby was a success was because of trying to pander to international audience. It's because they let Masakai do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
When you give
apparently it was like snoring LSD and masturbating at the same time, because that's what each of these shots look like.
Whenever you give directors infinite creative freedom, They make some of the coolest stuff. He made an anime about ping pong. Look interested. People are like, but ping pong has terrible animation. No, it is artistic and it is beautiful.
Oh yeah, ping pong is amazing. If I show that to any of the animation directors, any of the animators here, they fucking love that show.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired. I've actually heard this criticism once or twice about Devilman Crybaby, where it's like it doesn't look anime enough, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck
So
you. It looks
funny,
anime.
Well, the funny thing is, like, good animation, at least on the Western standpoint.
Yeah, I was about to say, you mean it actually has animation and not bogged down by, hey, here's a famous word from 10 years ago, keyframes.
Oh, wow.
The Joseph Show. Yeah, dude, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since he made those Why Anime Sucks videos, and I fucking love them.
God. But yes, no, it's anime is all about keyframes and posing and shit. And it's the reason why it's so fucking frustrating for like anime teachers in animation here, that like when we try recommending one guy anime, he's just like, he will rip it apart. He will look at an anime, any kind of modern anime especially, that people try to show him, and he'll go, where's the follow through? Where's the squash and stretch? Why is everything on 4s? Why is everything animated on 2s? Hell, the Castlevania animation, especially for the fight scenes, they're actually really fucking obnoxious to watch. And the reason why is because the frames, they have what is called, there's 4 different types of frames. There's keyframes, there's breakdowns, there's extremes, and there's in-between. Usually you just have keyframes, breakdowns, and in-betweens. You rarely get extremes unless you're Disney. And if you watch the fight scene between Alucard and Trevor Belmont,
yeah,
in the final episode, and you pause it bit for bit, it will be 2 frames, then the next frame. It's why when you watch the scene, it's actually really fucking choppy to watch, and it's throughout the entirety of the show because people keep maximizing.
Okay, we have a problem. My URL link isn't working for somebody, so I can't get them to join. I don't know why.
Is he somebody that he used to know? Didn't have to cut him up. Gave him false faith and then happened to shit right on his lap. Giving all the... I don't know where I was going with that.
But seriously, I can't seem to get them in.
I don't know. I don't fuck around with Hangouts.
I don't know. Are you sure you're using the right one?
I'm clicking the add person button. It's generating the URL and right clicking, pasting it, but
Here,
nothing.
Try this one.
All right.
This is the one that I have for mine. Maybe that'll change something.
Okay. But on the subject of we was talking about
mediocre
animation.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. People who talk about anime when it comes to like animation and is saying retarded shit like this looks good, therefore the animation's good. That's not animation at all. It's like that autist thing that that Windsor showed back in the chat, where a guy's like, animation is not about motion. You know, the more motion an animation has, the less animation and less of an animation it is. Like the very pinnacle of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking dumb.
But
that was great.
I was going to bring up in the whole topic of like.
Is people checking chats, by the way? I can't check.
Yeah, I'm checking the chat. Railguns just want to know if Joseph Show's doing okay. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while. I hope he's doing just fine.
But I was saying that the whole idea about pandering to Western audiences for anime, in fact, Fooly Cooly was not popular in Japan.
No.
Just like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it was only popular in the West. Japan just saw it as another, as literally, just another one of these art film animes. Because everyone knows Japan has the worst taste.
Yeah, again, Cowboy Bebop ain't popular there.
And also, I should just clear this up. When I say when you make it, don't make it with a Japanese audience intended. I don't mean as in, they should pander to, a Western audiences. I meant like in terms of be more creative, like do something different so that you don't have to rely on to tired ass anime cliches and tropes. Because if you watch Devilman Crybaby, it doesn't use any
I don't want to see no more goddamn idols.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I like Devilman Crybaby. Like, yeah, and that's a pure example. Like, if you watch Crybaby, they don't reuse any of the tired old anime cliches and tropes that is overused to death.
I will actually have to say, I don't think it's because people like, okay. When it comes to the mind of an artist, so to say, and this is linked into this kind of thing, the artist is really in. Digibro talked about this in his recent video, and I highly recommend watching it because honestly, no matter how you feel about it, this motherfucker hits it right on the goddamn head.
Unlike Mother's Basement.
Heck, what a cuck. Anyway, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
He was a cuck for that shit. But no, when you have all these different types of when an artist works on something, right, they usually make money off of commissions. They're being told what to do. Then they see all this different content that they like, regardless of how great their taste is, because just because you're an artist doesn't mean you have good taste in content or good taste in painting or anything like that, right? So they'll go ahead and see all this shit that is either like hokey as shit, it's boring and uninteresting, but they might like it, so they want to make shit like that. They're not being told how to make something. They're not being told how to approach things with their uncritical thinking. That's why there are businesses that will actually turn down, even if the motherfucker has the best portfolio out of the group. If he doesn't show a sense of being able to think for himself as to how he should be approaching things or how to make content, they will actually turn him away. And the anime industry doesn't promote this idea of thinking for yourself and doing this unless you're a mangaka. But even still, you can make all this hokey ass shit and still make somewhat of a profit off of it because people will keep looking at their shit. It's why you see Gen Urobuchi not really working on major projects or great, humongous movies. It's the reason why Satoshi Kon to this day is so fucking revered as this amazing director, because he is. He's a fantastic director that unfortunately died way too soon. Fuck.
Yeah, he did finish Opus.
Yeah. You have all these different studios full of talented artists that are fully capable of making all this great content, but all they're doing is just like A1 Pictures is a great example of this shit. A1 Pictures sucks. Okay. Anyone that keeps arguing about how A1 Pictures isn't fucking is a good animation studio needs to shut the fuck up.
Needs to get kicking in the dick. I agree with you. High five.
No, they need a airplay. But no, they need to get a kick in the dick, because then they don't know what the fuck is good content if that's the case. A1 Pictures fucking suck. And the reason why A1 Pictures sucks is not because they're bad, it's because they're bad. When it comes to talented artists, they can make decent quality content that looks nice. Once again, looks nice. Didn't say anything about their animation. It can be functional or whatever, but once again, everything's on fucking twos. So it's just all the fucking time. It's a fucking eyesore. And then you have all these random people come in that don't stick to the company. They just walk in and say, "Hey, I want to make something with Monster Girls." Then they make it, and it turns out to be pretty decent, at least writing wise. Or I want to make a thing about Sword Art Online, and they'll fucking do it, but it's shit. Like they are a homunculus, or I should say a golem of the anime industry that is made in order to make crap. They don't care about what crap that they make. They just make whatever crap exists.
Oh,
that's fucking poisonous. But yeah.
If you're close to wrapping up, I'll let you wrap up.
Yeah, no, I'm. It's essentially that's okay. The biggest fucking problem with the whole.
Because while we're on the subject on A1 Pictures and stuff, they've since they've contributed to the isekai genre, isekai, however you say, I just want to say, now there might be an exception or two to this rule that's already been made, but why is it that almost every isekai story is set in a fucking medieval-esque fantasy MMO-like world? Why can't they be set somewhere in like distant space future or some shit?
That's another problem. That's another problem. Because they pull inspiration from what they see, not from like.
Hold on a sec. Sound check. There's an issue. Someone keeps fucking keeps scratching out. They keep getting white noises.
It might have been Lance.
Yeah,
All right.
see that?
Hello.
Well,
Can you hear me?
every time you finish a sentence, Darkscream, I hear it from. I'm
Oh,
not going to
oh.
say it's from your side, but every time you finish it, it's.
Hold on. Okay, I'm finishing a sentence right now.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Testing,
yeah.
testing.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. It might be Brandon. He just came in and he's probably having some speaker things.
Okay.
Hold on. One more time. Testing,
You're
testing.
good.
Okay, I'm good.
You do.
So back to the subject of. No, now I'm starting to hear it.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Hold on. I can pull up the Google Hangouts window and see who the cause is. Okay. Testing.
Shouldn't be me.
Lance, you talk.
Testing. 1, 2.
Well, why the fuck is it me? I can't even hear myself. Also, Deck, you're says here you're muted. Okay. Testing. That is strange.
Didn't you have a problem with this a couple days ago?
Is anything rubbing the wires?
No, like the microphone is away from all the wires. It's a headset mic. It has to be someone else picking up feedback from me.
Can't be
Weird.
Anyway, though,
Back to isekais.
Yeah, the isekai. Why is it in fantasy worlds and shit like that?
Yeah, and
I have
something
an answer
a little more creative than that. Okay, what's the answer?
The answer is because it's well, yeah, Sword Art helped with this, but technically we've had isekai for years. Like
Yeah, El Hazard is an example, and that one's actually really good.
That is really good. I have a lot of fun with that show. I need to finish it, but it's popularized. So people are. This is that whole inspiration thing that I fucking mentioned. It's kind of like what one guy brought this up, which I like, when Miyazaki was talking shit about the anime industry and how, like, no one's really making their own content anymore. And it's not that's the case. It's that people in Japan are making stuff they're inspired by. When it comes to shit like Sword Art Online, it's so they did a fantasy world, great, and it's super bright, vibrant, all this shit, blah 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 bullshit.
I'd rather be in the Slayer's world.
Yeah, I'd rather be in the Slayer's world too, and I've been enjoying our little sessions. Anyway,
we do
it's because
game.
It's because it's recognizable. The fantasy genre in Japan is the biggest focus in regards to RPGs. It's usually about fantasy. That's what it's well known for. And when it comes to that, you want to create a world that people can recognize off of the rules that is easy to do. Like, say, for instance, if I write a book about vampires, for instance, you already know how to kill a vampire. And so because of that, I don't have to do a lot of work unless I change the rules. Then I have to have them state that they change the rules. Like Kadin, for instance, is a great example where they say, why did the garlic and crosses? Oh, actually, we don't like garlic because our noses are way too sensitive to that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And as for crosses, most vampires are actually atheists.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm still hearing that.
Funny. That was funny. And so when you have isekai is a prime example of this. This is just basic storytelling. But I do agree with the frustrations of this, but it still opens it up to shit like Konosuba that instead changes its own rules and laughs at it. And then you have ReZero, which establishes that there are the same rules, but the main character is in no way, shape, or form close to the main characters of all the other isekai, which is great.
Yeah, but you can make merchandise out of spaceships, Otis.
You absolutely could, but Mecha's kind of dead.
Not really. If that's the case, nobody would be making more Gundam shows.
Gundam in VR chat isn't a genius idea.
God, no.
Gundam VR is a genius idea.
Yeah, but no, I stand by that case that mechas aren't considerably as popular. You have Gundam, that's great. The one fucking mecha that apparently everyone needs. I don't agree with that notion. I think that when it comes to shit like, for instance, when Gurren Lagann's around, yeah, that's great. You have more mecha. But other than that, if all you have is Gundam to fucking hurl that kind of thing, that's a problem. It's a big problem.
Yeah, I would hurl Macross at you if we actually had those series localized.
Yeah, I know.
How's that coming along? Is Golden? What's it? Golden Harmony? Are they still
Harmony Gold.
That shit?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Deckcrash to come here. He knows more of it than I do.
Yeah.
But he seems to be having some speaker problems. I see him in the chat, but he looks like he's trying to wrestle some stuff. And I'm still having that weird static thing happen.
You know, ever since you had this new guy come in, that shit has been going on.
Which is strange because he shouldn't be generating any noise.
He should be sacrificed.
Man, it sounds like a broken whoopee cushion going off every time I talk.
That is not exactly what I hear. That's just fucking white noise.
No, that's weird because I do not hear a thing.
All right, everybody, can you guys mute yourselves? Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, God, you were right. Ever since Deck Crash, wait. Testing. No, it's still there. God damn it. Everybody mute yourselves and see what's going on.
Okay.
Let me just reach into my pocket here.
All right, is everybody muted?
No. Fuck.
I heard that. All right, sounds normal. Okay, testing. Nobody's making a fart noise. I'm not generating that sound anymore.
Okay, now I'm in. Let's
All right. Now let's see everyone else. Okay,
Yep.
it's not you. Okay, now it's Windsor.
What's going on?
Windsor's all right.
Oh,
Now for Lance. Lance, unmute yourself.
Whoa.
It's him.
Lance, you were the boogity boo the whole time. How could you do this to us?
You're the boogeyman.
You're the boogeyman.
Oh shit!
You should have just stuck to Krillin, you bastard.
Yeah, this new icon you have isn't that cool.
Exploit broadcast. Were you trying to broadcast to your TV or something?
No, it's automatically set to that. I need to change that.
That's strange.
Okay.
It sort of happened when I was just ranting about isekai stuff.
Okay, I'm trying to switch.
It's okay. We probably lost most of our audience. I can't even tell who's in the chat.
I can't see the chat.
Nope, it's just Otis.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
What fucking... I'm hurt.
Oh, it does just say Otis. That can't be accurate, though.
Thanks, Otis, for being based.
Yeah.
Otis, you know what? Otis wins. Otis wins a commenter of the day. We'll send you a free T-shirt, Otis.
And now Otis left. That's hilarious.
Oh,
no.
Okay. You know what? Okay. Well, he doesn't get his free T-shirt now.
Now Railgun's here. This is strange.
I think it's just YouTube being poopy.
I don't know. Well, if you guys are here, just fucking shout out in the chat.
See, there's Ghost Storm.
Yeah.
It's just YouTube being poopy.
Okay, and Black and Silver is here, the guy who requested that we should do a live stream, but we haven't talked much about Channel Awesome.
I was going to say, are you going to reinvite that Crash?
Oh, right. Does he need to be reinvited?
Well, he left. I don't know if he left or and didn't come back because he couldn't get his mic working or something. I don't know.
Either that or it's the work of Jesus.
Because I do want him to come over here, so he said he wanted to join us. And I don't want to turn him down.
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't have an issue with it.
I said
I don't have an issue either. He's probably going to be mad at me because I said I took joy in seeing Channel Awesome burn.
Damn.
Oh yeah, we need a devil's advocate. Yeah, totally bring him on.
Well, no, he no longer supports them either, but he's far more sympathetic to the reasons.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Ah, there he is.
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear it now.
We can hear you. Fuzzy decompression bullshit. It's great.
I'm I turned off my video just because it's just annoying, and I'm on my phone. So I mean, I've never seen a system so unfriendly to my computer as Google Hangouts.
Dude.
Yeah,
Can I say something first just to start us off? How the fuck you doing, my dude?
All right.
How the fuck you doing, my dude?
I'm doing as well as I can.
You know what, Dead Crash? Welcome. God damn it, welcome. Welcome to this chat. Welcome. God.
Shit.
God damn it, welcome.
I almost cut down my fucking power cable, so this better be a good stream.
The first time I was trying to log in, I was logging in from Firefox, and I just think that Google Hangouts doesn't like Firefox as a browser. So I went off my Google Chrome browser, and it let me in, but then it was saying that it wasn't picking up my mic for some reason.
Wait, you were using Firefox?
People use Firefox?
Yeah, that's
the new version of Firefox. The new version of Firefox is really good.
I only exist for Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome boys.
Oh, Google, you may have taken over the world.
But you're still a damn good search engine.
Oh yeah, I like Chrome. I like Chrome too, but I found Firefox not to be as much of a resource hog.
Alright. Okay. I will give you that because Chrome just crashes and then it tries to cover up for its crashing by crashing more. Like that's the reason why it takes so much fucking data in the first place.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, God, the autism is strong with Chrome, but it just works. Like the mighty fine Todd Howard once said, it just works.
I haven't really had that many problems with Firefox or Chrome. It's just when I was trying to use Hangouts, it did not like Firefox.
All right. Anyways, Rippin' Pizza Channel, awesome. Where that's what Black and Silver said.
Oh God, my voice cracked. I'm sorry. Delete that.
I don't know if it's. I mean, yeah, part of me is saying it's too late for them, and another part of me is saying there may be some hope if they actually, screw their pride and actually, do a genuine self-evaluation and apology, but. I think,
but they apologized. Didn't you see their apology?
It seems so. They need to just cut ties with Mike Machado. It seems like he's the root of everything.
They can't. That's the problem. They can't. He's a CEO. Unless they buy him out, they can't do anything. But so
how about
this is why?
Fun fact though,
jump onto
5
another
people
or just start your own thing.
Awesome. 5.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking about in my last video that I made after their second response, quote unquote. I basically said that Doug is probably going to have to make a really hard decision now. He's probably going to, he's probably just going to have to cut ties with Mike and do his own thing. He won't be able to do the Nostalgia Critic anymore. But here's the thing, he'd just tell Mike, hey, you wanted it so bad, you keep it. But hey, you're holding pretty much an empty money bag now. You're standing on an empire that you ruined because they let him respond to this crap.
Fun fact: with all 5 owners of Channel Awesome, you have Mike, you have Rob, you have Doug, you have Doug's dad is one of the people that owns Channel Awesome.
Huh.
Oh, okay, it's dad. But yeah, I forgot about that. I was wondering who the fourth one was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So 3. You have the Walker family holds 3, and Mike only holds 1. You think they would have a bit more executive power over him as a 3-on-1 type of thing?
Wait, then how did that one CEO chick, the chick that got injured, how the fuck did she get how did Doug get voted out then?
I don't know, really.
He said that his fucking what the fuck? Because Doug said in the message that was given, and I also want to say I don't think Doug is a bad person in this entire bit. I think he's a fucking idiot, and it's led up to.
Yeah, I mean he was really stupid for giving so much power to one person. I mean he probably had a lot of trust in Mike, and I mean I don't know if Doug is just kind of trying to avoid facing the music and realizing that Mike is the main reason why so many people left and they had the main problems with it, and he's still letting Mike make the responses, because I really don't think that Doug is the one responsible for those responses that they've been doing.
No, I agree with
it was clearly
that's fucking Mike as fuck. And also those. Oh God, I wouldn't even call them responses because it just made everything worse because they proved.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh my God, I've read legal documents stupider than that shit. Oh my fuck. But I think when it comes to, because I was a longtime fan of that guy with the glasses / Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome not so much because once they changed, I quit. But I checked all that shit, and I was already I never really was aware of all that shit that was going on in the background because all I did was watch the videos. I didn't go to the forums or anything like that, and I fucked off. And God, I still remember like the fucking seeing the page for Jew Wario, and I was like, I've never watched any content from this guy, but that sucks. But I think the issue that Doug has is that I agree. I think he is way too fucking trusting with this shit. Because only a person that is, he didn't see it as a business personally to me. I think he saw it as like some kind of weird, strange partnership. Because when you have or / relationship, because the thing is that you never mix personal relationships with business, because then you make terrible ideas. And this, just the shit that it has cost. I hope to fuck Doug at least says something or finally makes a video out that addresses all this shit, because now you have allegations of people getting injured and not getting treated. You have rape allegations against this very specific individual. You have issues of misuse of people's funds that were given to them. You have tons of evidence against anything that you're practically saying at this point. And on top of that, you have a retarded fucking CEO who doesn't know how to make an actual apology / response or
don't forget the bullying allegations.
Oh yeah, and of course the bullying allegations. Like even the shit with Spoonie, for fuck's sake. And yeah, I would still validate that as kind of shitty, even if it is for Spoonie. That shouldn't have gone the way that it had for that long, especially. And it is a nasty fucking hole that Doug has that he's gonna have to deal with, either giving up the nostalgia critic or sitting in a pile of shit that's gonna start piling up and piling up and piling up until he can't fucking breathe through the massive amounts of shit that he's in right now.
Isn't that how one of those hentais at Windsor scene ended?
Maybe.
Wait, are you still here?
I mean,
Yeah.
I read Dante's Inferno, so I'm thinking of the fucking shit bit.
Hey, Darkscream, I just posted this discussion. I just posted this discussion on Twitter under the hashtag. We might be getting more people coming in.
Oh, I mean,
that's interesting.
Twitter.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'm just trying to suck your dick so I can get more.
So let's stick with the bases here.
Hey
Rashad
man,
always seemed like he was annoying to work with. I'm surprised things took this long to get to this point.
Well, like I said, long before Mr. America, Jason Pilara, aka Lord Clat, actually has complained about Mike Machad from time to time on his YouTube channel whenever he does his little live streams or podcasts. In fact, there's fucking day-long supercuts of him ranting about Channel Awesome, and occasionally he would bitch out about how shitty of a businessman Mike Machad is, how he would just sit on his ass and play Call of Duty on Xbox instead of doing his job or actually taking up good ideas. So it does line up with some of the stuff that gets revealed eventually.
I think fucking shit.
Well, the first
Lance, you've been quiet for a bit.
Oh, it's pretty much agreeing with y'all. Yeah, I haven't said anything wrong yet. Only thing I can say is that yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, probably saw this before how I think Brad Jones and Larry and Guru Larry are the only ones left, and they pretty much just fighting out to see who can last the longest on this sinking ship.
My money
sounds like Brad.
my money is fucking Cinema Snob. I'm putting it down. $5.
I'm going for Larry.
$5 Cinema Snob. This is official, guys. I will literally pay $5 to see who fucking.
I make a wager, but no.
Who's taking me on the wager?
Yeah, it's Mike Machad is clearly the root of all the problems that Channel Awesome has ever faced. And if Doug Walker, he has the following, he can leave right now and say, I'm leaving. I'm done with the nostalgia a critic character. I want to start my own thing, and he'll be okay because he has the following just to start brand new
with blackjack and
yeah. I mean,
hookers.
that's what I was saying. Mike is going to be left behind
Yeah.
with pretty much a name, a brand name that is worth nothing. You
Mhm.
know, I really think that this is the reason why I was saying, you know, these two responses that they did, you know, these last two responses really was like pretty much done by Mike.
Mhm.
I really do not think Doug is that callous. You know, yes, the
I don't
people
think
have
so
had
either.
complaints about him, but they've never been so major as to say that the guy was completely unreasonable.
Or
You
had
know.
it, well, I wouldn't say unreasonable, but I would say any endangerment to his character. He wasn't of a guy of bad character, just really bad fucking decisions.
Yeah, in other words, he wasn't a total dick, you know, so.
Yeah, he wasn't a total dick. His brother is, but yeah, he wasn't a total dick.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I was watching
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think Doug Walker's the bad guy because every time someone talks about Doug Walker, it's always Doug Walker is like this, like the nicest guy.
I've run into the dude. He's cool.
I don't think I never heard a bad thing about him.
Yeah, well, I was watching, and it reminds me, I was watching Apaben's live broadcast once, and people were talking about what had happened with Channel One, and he was, somebody in the comment section had said that they, you know, somebody had you know, what's his face, Doug was signing autographed copies of like the movies that they did, and they asked his brother Rob to sign, and he's basically said, you know, basically told him to get lost, and Doug, you know, looked at his brother and was like, dude, come on, and the guy told him basically F off.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, wow.
That was in that fan doc. That was like in the fan testimonies. That was actually a link after you read the Not So Awesome document.
Yeah, I was just like, geez, you know,
that was the first story too.
Yeah, man. If Ron Walker's gonna be that much of a wet blanket, don't be there. Don't show up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, first rule of being famous: don't piss off your fans.
Yeah,
which is crazy because he was nice to Big Al. He signed his robot, the Nintendo robot Rob.
So whatever day that was, Rob must have been feeling some sort of way. If you feel that way, man, do not show up at the autograph signing if you're going to be a dick to people.
Yeah, please. But you know, I mean, like I said, it's not even Rob. I mean,
it's
from what I heard, yeah, Rob.
I don't spit in your face.
Oh,
sorry,
guys.
I'd probably jizz.
What? Oh, I totally missed that.
No, I said it's like me.
Yeah, sorry, I kept on talking, and I thought he was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I never shut the fuck up, so don't worry. That's just my own damn fault. But no, it's like meeting a Japanese pop idol that you've been really wanting to meet. She spits in your face.
Or worse yet,
you meet Weird
Al. You meet Weird Al Yankovic, and he just hits you in the balls.
I know. I think I would say.
You know, I think I'd want him to do that.
I would feel like it would be a joke, like there was a joke I missed or something.
I know. He probably like thinking this is some kind of gag, you know.
Anyways, the chat speaking, and Railgun says, I heard that the Walkers have already left, and the remaining Nostalgia Critic episodes were filmed a few weeks in advance are going to be uploaded. Well,
really?
We won't know until a few weeks' time.
Well, I heard. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, somewhere like on Twitter, I was watching some of the other videos by other YouTube users, talking about this whole issue, and they said that Nostalgia Critic was supposed to be making a video about this or something like that, but really soon.
Supposed to be a video response. Malcolm said that.
Did he?
Yeah, this had better be good, and this had better be by Doug, because
Sure, Doug.
Hi guys, my name is Mike Machad, and my head looks like a testicle.
No. You want to know what's really funny? I was watching the Social Injustice Warrior do a commentary on the whole issue back before they made the second response, and the guy kept making every kind of joke about Mike Michaud's face, and then his best one was saved for last because he had this long pause, and then he spliced together two things: the one with Fabio saying "I can't believe it's not butter," and then they had like somebody introducing Butterbean, so it sounded like "I can't believe it's not Butterbean."
Oh, fuck.
I was behind the wheel, almost passed out laughing.
That's fucking amazing. That reminds me of all like the the True Capitalist radio splices that people would make of Ghost. God, I miss him. If you haven't seen Ghost, you should check out.
I thought he was back.
He is back. But it's like you have to go to like a different fucking dude now because Dark Razors doesn't want to upload anymore. He got tired of it because he was the one that was uploading all the good shit when he was really going well. And then especially with the recent events, I gotta hear what Ghost has to say. But and then there was like Elf Dude or something like that, or like Elf something, and then like they stopped posting the fucking vids, and then it's a pain in the ass to find these vids now. But oh, dude, you would find quality splices in that fucking show. And there was like one splice that was made where like he would say Obama doesn't give a shit about my son, and he fucking goes on a 10-minute tirade about how fucking mad he is that someone actually did that. Great.
That's why I like Appabend. He does like some really wicked splices in his videos.
Appabend is great. I actually like his videos, especially in the way that he does it, where he just tackles article by article, kind of like a diet. This week in stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. Except Sargon doesn't splice in things that much. At least I think there was a point where he did from time to time, but he doesn't do it anymore.
No. I think he did in the recent one. But anyway, no, I haven't seen the recent one actually. But anyway,
that's why I made that video now because things seem to be done. If I made that sooner, I'd definitely miss out on their fake ass rebuttal.
Dude, I honestly this channel Doug Walker has no idea how much influence he had on the internet when he was making those videos. I don't think he'll. Maybe he does, but I don't think he understands the gravity of his fame and what that meant for YouTube reviews, especially. Not a lot of people.
I mean, yeah, I imagine Doug is probably having kittens right about now.
Well, I think that Doug is probably not handling this very great, especially with just this massive fucking giant thing that's happened. And
didn't he shut off the comment section on the Channel Awesome website?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either. Like I said, but even when I was watching the newest Nostalgia Critic, he uploads on YouTube.
Yeah, he does.
What's the point of going to the website now?
Well, he puts the website up there.
There are still people who do go to the website. I mean, I went to the website more often than I used the YouTube channel. I just subscribed to show solidarity, but because I always started off going to the Channel Awesome website, even back when it was that guy with the glasses, that's what I just would do. I'd go there, look at stuff. The only stuff that I wouldn't do that for is like when I was with users who were part of Channel Awesome and who I knew before I knew that they were Channel Awesome, or just I found more convenience in using YouTube. Like Nash, for instance, I go to his Radio Dead Air thing on Mondays, and if I miss it, I'll watch the What the F is Wrong with You thing on YouTube rather than going to the Channel Awesome site.
There was also a thing Doug used to do where he originally intended to use YouTube still, where he would post the actual videos online on the website quicker than the actual YouTube thing, because he tried to do like a paid membership thing where it's like if you join this specific membership, then you get access to the videos quicker, and then if you don't,
I guess that didn't work out too well.
No, because who the fuck wants to do that? They're already paying for Netflix, Hulu, fucking everything under the goddamn sun. Who the fuck wants to do that for a fucking website that they can just legitimately wait 2 weeks for reviews? People, if you're able to wait 2 weeks per fucking review, good fucking luck trying to convince people to break that cycle. It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this whole situation is just plain sad. I mean,
I might pay for a third streaming service just so I can watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Hey. So can we just address the elephant in the massive fucking shit pile that we have here, which is the biggest one? Is we're gonna, because I know we've been saying this for last. I honestly haven't seen his content to really know much about him, but whole thing surrounding Jew Wario right now.
Yeah, that shocked the living crap out of me.
Yeah,
When I learned they pieced together the whole story to find out that the person who was sexually grooming these girls was Juwario. I was just like, I was a spit out your drink moment,
dude, like my heart sank when I read that.
I saw Micah Curtis's video response to all that. He also mentioned that he got kicked out Blistered Thumbs for being a Christian conservative because apparently SJW logic was still there even in 2009. But he was also destroyed. And like I said, I too never watched Jew Warrior's content, even though I've seen him from time to time. But this reminds me of what happened with Trace Sessler, if you guys don't know who he is.
Yeah, the only Sessler I ever know of is Adam Sessler from X-Play.
Trace Sessler was on YouTube, and he was an anime reviewer, and he goes by the name Mr. Anime. And at the time, I thought he was a pretty decent dude and an aspiring filmmaker. What I didn't know about him was that he was a Columbine sympathizer, and he almost shot up a school. The good news, he wasn't able to go through with it. The bad news, it's because the cops pulled him early because he already murdered his family. It was the most fucked up thing ever. And I didn't want anything to do with that guy ever again after that.
That's
and a lot of people were heartbroken, but I was just like disappointed and pissed at the same time.
Well, it just mind fucks you really hard when it comes to this kind of shit. Where it's, I mean, it's like what Dave Chappelle said about talks about fucking Bill Cosby, where it's like you're not for a moment it's not that you're mad, you're just so fucking thrown the fuck off you don't even know how to process that. Which just makes you human, I guess, which is great. But it's it's just fucking it's weird as shit. Where it's like, wow, I really idolize this dude, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, this guy's a piece of shit, and then you're just like, and then you're like, what the fuck do I know?
Yeah,
now?
I mean, that was just like the saddest thing. Just good God, I mean, and the worst part about this is that the way these issues played out with the complaints that were levied against Channel Awesome, you almost it almost looks like I think it does look like this, that the higher ups knew about this and the reason why they kept it all silent was simply because they didn't want to to upset his family.
Well, but I find that fucking scary, because if it wasn't for this shit would have been taken to the grave. They essentially, it was taken to the fucking grave. Where
that was something we didn't need to know about him.
We didn't. It's not that we didn't need to know about it. Of course, we needed to know about this kind of shit. Of fucking course we did. It was a necessity, because this was a person that was horribly treated by this individual, regardless of how well you liked his.
Why couldn't it have been Joe Vargas?
Hey, I like Angry. I like Angry Joe.
Wow. Angry Joe he's all right.
I needed some dark humor to lighten up the mood. But go on, real.
Yeah, but people say about Angry Joe, he's okay in my book.
I like Angry Joe. I mean, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, but if he fucks up, he fucks up. That's his fucking fault. Wow. Fuck. It's not that I'm mad, Darkscream. I'm actually laughing really hard on the inside. But
I didn't even know about all this crap. Oh, go ahead, man.
But someone had to have fucking known, and that means that someone had in Channel Awesome knew about this thing and was willing to take this to the fucking grave. Because if they really wanted to actually bring this to light or actually do something good about this kind of thing, this news would have been out by now. It would have been dealt with. The fucking pain to his family was bound to happen at some point, regardless of whether or not if he had just committed suicide. I'm not going to say this is responsible for him killing himself, as some people would probably concoct, but
he killed himself about a year later.
A year later, yeah, a year later after this shit. It's how many fucking secrets were they willing to take to the grave because of this kind of shit at this fucking level? Shit, someone probably would have been fucking killed, and they probably wouldn't have told anyone. Honestly,
I didn't even know about all this. I didn't even know about all this crap until, and the first time I'd learned about it was the stuff that had popped up about Spoonie. And, I just kind of shrugged it off as just growing pains for a company, there would not always be, good times. And sometimes, people would, not like what's going on. And I understood that. So I didn't really pay it much mind. And and then after Mr. Medicare did his thing on that guy with the glasses that was airing out some of the smaller bits of dirty laundry, I still kind of ignored it because I was like, well, this is just drips and drabs of things that happen, behind the scenes. Not everything's going to be.
It's just Jim being Jim.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Not everything is going to be, all sunshine and candy canes and lollipops, And then, the 60 some odd page report came out, and I had kind of gotten a glimpse of what was going on when Appleton was talking about it. And then I went, and then I forget where I think I was on Twitter, and somebody had popped up with that change the channel thing, or maybe it was something I saw on Facebook, on YouTube. Yeah. And I was just like, what? And that's when everything just kind of blew up, and I was like, oh, no. I can't be a part of this anymore. I stopped following. I stopped following, Channel Awesome after that. A good thing most everybody who I was a fan of left after all that mess.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. The person who kind of started this whole thing, was Mars Girl. Mars Girl was a person that I watched a lot back during the that guy with the glasses, and I have not seen her in a while. But then, like, when I went back and saw her now, she not saying that she was unattractive, because she was like, okay, she was kind of homely. But now, like, Mars Girl's gotten, like, I don't know what she's done, but she looks.
She learned how to use makeup.
Yeah.
No joke. That's literally her own words.
Well, keep doing it, because she looks really good.
I think, I'm reading about that.
But anyway, yeah.
Oh wait, I did watch Mars Girls' some of her stuff back in the day, but I forgot to mention it in my little video.
Yeah, I used to watch her and Jesu Otaku. Yeah.
Mars Girl. The only reason why I watched Mars Girl was she would review review animated shows, and sometimes anime. And Yesu Otaku I tended to pay more attention to because she was more dedicated anime. But the problem with Yesu Otaku is her release schedule was just sporadic. You never know when it was like she just released stuff when she felt like it. And like my personal favorite anime reviewer is Bennett the Sage. And I really kind of glommed on to him. But even the whole time of its existence, Channel Awesome didn't have a lot of dedicated anime reviewers, and the ones that they did have were not very what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't release a whole lot of stuff.
Oh.
No. They had some that were really entertaining. Lanny Ventura was funny as hell. But they didn't release prolific. That's the word I'm looking for. They weren't very prolific. And so, and I'm, like I said, I was kind of glad even when people like Sage left. And Sage just got better and better as time went on. After Yesu Otaku left Channel Awesome, I didn't know what the hell happened to her.
I know. Also, yeah. Did you heard that she goes by? She's a he now. She transitioned.
Oh yeah.
Which is really weird because she was once Nash's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Railgun says my problem with Jo is his attitude. Yeah, Jesu Otaku had an issue. Had some. God, man, this is why I want Twitter to fucking die. Actually, my honest opinion. But Jesu Otaku was kind of a dick on Twitter to anybody who liked the Rooster Teeth series Ruby. I've actually seen those tweets. I'm like, wow.
Wait, Yesu Otaku didn't like Ruby?
No.
Remember the saying, you can like it, just don't say that it's good.
No.
I thought it was very good.
He didn't like it, and he shat on anyone who did. And that was what my take umbrage with, because I don't like Ruby all that much, but I know that show has a good has a sizable fan base that likes it.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Oh God, yes.
And especially in Japan. Japan likes it as well.
One of my closest friends, his girlfriend is like crazy into Ruby, and I haven't finished watching it. I plan to. I got up to the point where they were having the tournament, and they had that one guy that made it look like Yang had sucker punched him.
Oh,
and that
you mean you got
that
the actual plot?
Oh, you mean the actual
Okay.
plot?
Have fun for the actual story to start now.
Yeah.
You haven't really watched Ruby yet.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of
like,
stunned me so bad. I kind of stopped watching it for a while.
Blew off his fucking kneecaps. But like, yeah, no, that was my biggest fucking problem with Ruby, because like people would tell me watch Ruby, watch Ruby, watch Ruby, and I'll say, fuck it. I wait till season 2 comes out, then I watch season 1. I binge watch it, get through the entire thing, and I sigh so fucking loudly because I'm going, what? Okay, is this the school? Is the school the plot? Season 2, they start showing villains and shit like that, and them infiltrating the school. And I go, okay, cool. When's the plot? Nothing happens. Season 3, literally at the end of it, there's fucking plot. Oh god. And then you get to season 4, and you're like, hey, look, they have a new engine. Everything's great, re-rendered, beautiful. Where's the plot? Oh, this is the plot. Huh?
It's the show about nothing.
Oh, it's literally the show.
It's the modern day K-On!
Oh,
well, no, I was gonna say it was the modern day Lucky Star. That was a show about nothing. But I'd rather watch Lucky Star.
Wait, rather watch Lucky Star than Ruby?
Yeah,
I'd rather watch Lucky Star than Ruby.
I'd rather watch Lucky Star than Ruby too.
I'd rather,
Wow,
you know what? No, fuck you guys.
Wow.
I'd rather watch no, fuck you guys. I'd rather watch Master of Martial Arts twice than watch Ruby.
that show is so fucking.
I like
amazingly
Lucky Star,
bad.
but to me, that's just apples and oranges. I mean, it's not what I'd rather watch, because slice of life comedies are a completely different animal than action adventure shows.
Yeah, but the point.
But
the
Ruby
point
tries
of
to be
the
both.
use of it. Yeah, Ruby does try to be both.
Not really. It has some elements of slice of life just because it focuses on their lives as students up to a certain point. But it also has a much bigger plot.
Otis. I don't know. I do visit Anime News Network, but I don't watch most of the reviews, just the news stuff. I don't know if Jesu Otaku called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sexist, and if that's the case, oh well, fuck him. That show's still great.
That's amazingly hilarious coming from JoJo.
I don't know how you would see JoJo as
I really
sexist,
don't.
but okay.
No, I'll tell you the reason as to why they will say it is sexist. And the reason why is because most of the female characters in the entire show usually get kind of fucked over, or they have a chance. Lisa gets totally cucked in part 2. The problem is for the benefit of showing how much of a piece of shit Cars is. Which, however, if you're a narrow-minded fucking cuck, God, I really like saying that word now. God, I'm a terrible liberal. But if you really like saying, if you really like saying the word cuck, if you're a single, if it just rolls off. Like, how can anyone take cuck seriously? How did the right think that was going to be an actual thing? This is fucking hilarious. Maybe
Unfortunately, Fortunately, the only anime reviewers I watch really keep politics out of it, and that's basically Bennett the Sage, and he tends to review older stuff. Arcada and Giguk. Those are like the 3 that I really focus on. Oh, I also like Anime America.
I go to Super Perpetual, but I'll say this because fuck you, Jesu Otaku. The reason as to why characters like that, especially if we're going to go Lisa, is primarily because Lisa's already been proven that she's tougher than Cars. She practically almost kills him. If it wasn't for the fact that he cheats, she would have won. That goes to show how much of a strong character she is. She made the main villain, one of the most threatening characters in the actual part, not the most threatening character, have to cheat in order to beat her. If she knew he was going to cheat, she wouldn't have lost.
Also,
it's so fucking simple. You fucking idiot. Learn narrative. Oh, fucking shit.
Also, compared to other
so
major
annoying.
villains, Cars is a nice guy because he doesn't kill a dog.
Yeah.
Don't hold back, man. Tell us how you really feel.
If you
I
hate
hope you
Fuck
yeah,
the
I hope you get
Oscars!
reincarnated.
Darkscream,
I
if
hope
hate
you get
your heart, let it out.
reincarnated. You know what? You know what's a really great insult in the JoJo community? I hope you get reincarnated as a dog.
Ooh. You were saying, Lance?
I was just saying, Darkscream, if you have hate in your heart, let it out.
If you have hate in your
Yeah,
heart, let it
yeah.
out.
But Attack somehow managed to miss us, and yet still hit every single dog on the way over.
Oh god, it's so
Oh
true. Though.
man,
It's
I really
okay.
hope that English
Sorry,
dub
Lance,
of
I didn't
Hero.
see you there.
I hope that English dub of season 3 of Hero Aka comes out soon. I am actually super hyped for that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, news from Araki actually on the state of Part 5 anime and Part 8. Primarily Part 8, but he makes a comment about why Part 5 is it has been in limbo for a while. So apparently they are working on Part 5. Part 5 is in construction. The problem, however, is that they're trying to get funds because here's what they think, at least according to Araki. Araki believes in a recent interview from 2 days ago, Part 5 is Japan's most favorite, or he believes to be Japan's top favorite part. And it's super popular and such, and that Japan really enjoys it. Part 3, yes, you know, they like part 3, part 4, but they just really enjoy Part 5. However, he believes that the Western audience does not like Part 5, and he thinks that they believe, or that we believe, that it's the worst part.
I've heard that story before.
But does he
Yeah.
personally know
But,
why?
But no, as far as I understand, I didn't hear a thing that actually stated the why for that. But
It's
anyway,
because
he said-
Part 5's never been properly translated.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what are y'all What anime are y'all talking about?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Part 5.
I never watched it. It's not never interested me.
Well, if you want to be a man, you watch that show. That's because that's the ultimate guide to being.
People tell me that about Attack on Titan, and that show bored me to tears.
Yeah, well, that's because they're
okay.
fucking, that's
That show
because they're
bores
new
the
fags.
author to tears.
That's
Yeah,
from
no,
plebs
that's because
with
they're
no
fucking new
taste.
fags in the anime community. No, you watch JoJo, motherfucker. You look at that fantastic discoloration whenever shit gets tough. You go ahead and watch how fucking Bara Jonathan Joestar is, and then how much of it
I'm extremely picky when it comes to anime. Probably, well, not as much as Will, but
I was about to say.
Listen.
I'll be willing to try certain anime, but it takes something really special to kind of catch my interest.
Do you like fun?
Do you like fun?
Depends on the fun.
Do you like watching
like
a 80s show? Yeah, go. You take it.
I was gonna say, do you like road trip stories about just a couple of
Not
bros
really.
going on a road trip, having to fight the equivalent of Satan?
Now you're starting to sound like Final Fantasy 15.
Well,
You know,
you're not
Final
going to
Fantasy
Dallas
15
with
before.
us.
Let me, do you like good? What's the word I'm looking for? Shonen. Do you like good shonen?
Not really. I really do not particularly care for shonen. The only shonen anime that really captured my interest was like Yakitate Japan and Shokugeki no Soma.
Oh, you're not going to watch The Greatness as My Hero Academia? The best
No,
American,
I was not a fan of My Hero Academia.
the best American
me-
comic book out to date.
Yeah. But it hurts so much saying that. You have no idea. But listen, I honestly would say give JoJo a try. However, don't you fucking pussy out in the first 3 episodes of Part 1. I'll kick you in the dick.
The only anime that I've really been watching a lot of recently is I have to finish this one because I haven't picked it back up. But the Ancient Magus' Bride, Darling in the Franxx, and Uma Musume Pretty Derby.
Oh, you're watching Pretty Derby?
You're watching
Yeah, it's
Pretty
actually
Derby, but you're
cute.
not watching This fuck.
Hey,
God damn it!
hey.
Restraint, man.
I hear Pretty Derby has an amazing soundtrack.
It does. The opening theme and ending theme are really good.
JoJo has a fucking amazing soundtracks, opening theme, ending themes in every way, shape, and/or form.
It's got fucking roundabouts.
Hey, I'm not knocking JoJo's. I'm not knocking JoJo. I haven't even watched it.
I'm so triggered right now. You don't even fucking.
Man. Okay. I
You
love
probably
JoJo's
haven't- you
ending
probably-
theme, but I really wish they
Oh.
would release more songs.
I know. But let me. I will say you probably won't guess who's the JoJo fanboy in this call. But
I would never have guessed.
Yeah, it's me.
But
Who saw that?
oh, it was actually me, Windsor. But you know, but actually it was me, real, because we all know Windsor would not be that energetic. Windsor's the Don Dairy of the group. You can't.
Yeah, I know it's weird. Okay.
I can
But
fake.
you could probably say it's
enthusiasm.
bizarre.
I'm usually
But,
like a Johnny come lately when it comes to anime that people really like. I mean, it took me forever to start watching Made in Abyss, and then at the end, I cried like a little bitch.
You know,
it
I'm
makes
actually,
you feel better.
I'm
It makes
hitting
you
a
feel
point.
any better. I haven't even started on Made in Abyss.
JoJo is like this.
Yeah.
JoJo isn't your stereotypical shonen, and it's not all just macho, punchy, like everyone thinks.
Actually, intelligent man.
Because every like antagonist powers are some ridiculously convoluted thing that the main characters have to figure out in order to
It's
like
basically
overcome.
anime.
That sounds like One Piece, but with muscles.
So like basically there's like
Pretty much
Hero
Here
So like it
Academia is
starts
the
out
same way.
as somewhat, very somewhat. But the thing is, part 1 and part 2 is just it's classic shonen, classic shonen. It's about, hey, there's an enemy here. I barely managed to beat it. There's an even stronger enemy. Main antagonist is super strong. Have to train in order to beat him. All that classic goody shit. And then you get to part 3, which is why it's so popular, because it's the stand shit. Where instead, and it's not to say that it's not, but let me say this. It's not to say that it's not in part 1 and part 2. Because all you're watching is essentially characters outsmarting each other in really fantastic ways with major payoffs.
I get the whole thing about shonen anime. I've watched some shonen anime. It's just not my thing. I mean, I tried to watch, for instance.
But let me say this.
I tried to watch.
It's not shonen.
Well, I mean, it's like I tried to watch, for instance, Black Clover, and God,
dude, I'm so sorry. That was a booby trap.
I actually got a good example. Have you ever watched Shaman King?
No, I have not.
Huh.
Well, so much for that example.
Sorry, guys. You're looking at one anime. You're looking at one otaku who just does not particularly see the appeal in shonen anime.
Yeah, you think
to me it gets repetitive.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on shoujo anime?
It all depends on which one you watch. Some are extremely formulaic, others not so much.
Did you like Inuyasha?
Not really, no.
We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
This is like some weird like roundabout of how to.
I'll be the roundabouts.
I guess I could start by maybe listing some of the anime that I've liked in the past. I like some of the slice of life anime. I like Wagnaria. I liked let me see. I liked Lucky Star. That was funny as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that show was terrible. Multifire and I ripped on that show for years.
That show was awesome.
Hold on a sec. Just keep going.
I watched Blend S, which to me was more of a guilty pleasure.
Okay, fine. Guilty pleasure is fine.
Yeah, well, actually, another guilty pleasure I've watched was In Another World with my smartphone.
The Unidentified.
I watched some of it. I liked it, but I really just couldn't get into it after a certain point. And I mostly watched it because the little girl was just too adorable for words.
Don't do it. No. Stop.
Oh, and I watched Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Like I said, I watched. I
wonder who your favorite character on that.
I watched Suicide no Gargantia.
Wait. Which dragon is best dragon?
Kana to me.
I'll be right back.
I do not
guys.
lose the dragon lolly. Okay, I like her because she's adorable.
Guys, I need to make a quick phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have a friend, and Will knows who this friend is, who is a connoisseur of things that are cute in anime, and I think some of his likes rubbed off on me.
You're talking about Jeff, aka Inotech, who has been on my channel before in the past.
Yep. Yeah, Jeff likes all that cute stuff, but for me, it's not cute stuff. It's just that his liking for it has kind of rubbed off on me, I think.
And yeah, I can vouch that dude loves his cutesy shit. Oh my god, like, damn.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Just like I've just grown like so tired of shit. Like nothing against people who do like the cute anime stuff. Like I just like my stomach hurts when I see a lowly character. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly why you're here.
But Lance, listen. Lance, I'm gonna give you some life pointers, okay? As to how it. Okay, let me tell you how you get to. First thing you got to do is you got to smile, okay? After that, remember to be sweet. Stay close to your sister. She might be sadistic, but give her good service.
You forgot surprise.
I don't know. No, we are not going to surprise because then she's going to be a trap. not go on there.
Okay. That character was probably one of the most entertaining traps I've ever seen in anime, though.
I like that character.
In follow up, I also want to ask, what is your view on magical girl shows?
I've seen some that I like, but most I'm not a big fan of.
Okay. Well, what if I told you about this one that recently came out that's going to be really cute? It's called Mahou Shoujo Site. It's about
Mahou Shoujo what?
It's called Mahou Shoujo Site. It's about these magical girls that get together and have a form of competition to see who can become the best magical girl.
Oh yeah, I read the manga. The manga
that really doesn't do anything for me. Dude, magical girl anime really has to strike some sort of chord with me. The last magical girl anime I watched all the way to the end was Madoka Magica.
Well, what if I told you that this was
watch Mahou Shoujo Site?
Everybody shut up. Windsor, continue.
I have an erection.
It's just about this girl who has a troubled life, has to deal with many problems, and then just magically she gains magical powers.
Oh, you mean pre-tier?
And then all of her problems are solved, right?
That sounds like pre-tier almost.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna.
And now she's not bullied anymore.
Windsor, no. That is not how that works.
He's trying to sell you that this is a darker anime. Apparently, it's Madoka.
Let me recommend you a good anime, a good magical girl anime. So it's called Magical Girl Ore, and Magical Girl Ore is fantastic. It's a story of a young girl trying to win the heart of a man she loves, and with the power of confessing, she becomes the ultimate magical girl. The only twist, though, is that she actually turns into a dude.
That actually sounds funny.
and he's bar, and the best part is that she's bar as fuck.
Oh God!
Apparently, throughout her family lineage, she comes from a long lineage of magical girls of this particular type.
It sounds like she turns into Lady Beard whenever she transforms. She turns into like this fucking 7-foot buff fucking pretty dude. It's great. But I also have to say that's Lady. You ever seen Lady Beard?
No. But let me say this. There is a second twist that I didn't mention that also adds on top of this, which is really fucking great when it happens. I'm not gonna say what it is, but oh fucking shit. I almost died laughing when I heard about it. But that's actually worth checking out. The animation's kind of cool. Everybody shut up. I have an erection.
So,
wow.
I have no hope for Robotech's future, especially what happened with the Kickstarter recently.
Darkscream,
there's a lot more things that have happened in regards to Robotech. I mean, they're losing their exclusivity. They're in perpetuity exclusivity to Macross products. They've lost a fight that they against Hairbrained Schemes because Hairbrained Schemes came out with the BattleTech game, and BattleTech, I remember, used some models that were akin to Robotech.
Yeah, so
But fortunately, the courts threw that out with prejudice. Yeah, they dismissed that case with prejudice.
There's also the Leonard French. Let me say it real quick. Leonard French also covers one of the copyright cases in between Robotech and another.
Well, I mean,
they've been dealing with.
When I learned about what kind of rights Robotech had to these Macross IPs, I knew that courts were not going to let them keep them that like in the way that they had it, because that is just completely unfair.
Also, I mean, because again, give me one quick second. I apologize. I'm just saying I'm muting myself.
Okay.
You were saying?
Yeah, it was completely unfair. At least this way now, by 2020, Japanese companies now the Japanese companies that own Macross will be able to license it out to to U.S. markets, and so we'll probably finally get like Macross 7 and Macross 0 and Macross Delta and Macross Frontier.
Why did you say
really
Frontier last? That one was like the best one out of those newer shows.
It's because I watched Macross Delta last, and that one always just seems to come. Most recent one comes to mind.
Oh man, I do want to see what Zero was all about, and Blu-ray re-releases of Macross Plus would be nice, as well as a release of Do You Remember Love? If you remember that movie. That movie is
I do.
That movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah, the only way I was able to watch it originally was with that Hong Kong release, Clash of the Bionoids, which was horrible.
Yeah,
but
I had to watch on Kiss Anime.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was like you never saw Macross 0, because I remember when we were in the anime club, they actually showed it. It was a fan sub version, but I mean, watched it.
You're 10 years older than me. You saw the anime club, your anime club, the anime club. When you attend the anime club, yeah, they showed it. When I attend the anime club, they just aired Nirama Daikon Brothers.
Oh, that's right. You were in the anime club after I'd left.
No, you're my fucking senior, dude.
Well, I was already graduate. I was already a graduate when I was in the UL. I was just working on my teaching certificate. And that just happened to join up with the anime club, and they had a few guys in there that decided that they didn't like me and were trying to sway the opinion of the anime club against me and trying to get me kicked out. I mean, one time one of the members actually in the middle of a meeting got up and started saying, "I can't stay in a place where I have this guy's arrogance, blah, 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 blah," pointing to me, hoping it was like, because what had happened was before that point, they were trying several ways to try to get rid of me. And then this guy does that, and he, try in some desperate attempt to try to get the rest of the anime club to join up behind him and kick me out. But he storms out, but nobody else left or anything like that, and they told me to stay. So I realized at that moment that it was only just the efforts of a couple of people. I'm sorry bringing up the drama.
It's like they're trying to paint you as the Morts of the anime club.
I'm just going back to
the Gun Show Anime Club comic. You gonna show porn in the library? The correct term, Mark, is hentai, you uncultured swine.
Well, what I was trying to say is that and I know we're kind of going back to already treaded ground, but going back to the 69-page document where they talked about what's it, dude, Nerd to the Third Power, and how Mike treated him. I was like, that just reminded me so much about how the people in the anime club treated me. Some of the heads of the anime club, like they just made it a point not to like me and try to get everybody to turn against me.
Well, that sucks, because the people in the anime club while I was around, some of them were annoying, but that's where I got most of my friends from. And nobody tried to turn against me, probably because they fucking fear me, because I always looked scary to them.
Well, I think with me, the head of the anime club, he was really paranoid, and I was like, one of the few people who wasn't just kowtowing to his every whim, and I would always call him out on his paranoia, and he didn't like that.
What do you guys want you to? What do you want to do? Queue up a 6-hour Naruto marathon or something?
No, the problem with him is he was always worried that the school would shut the anime club down. And he was so scared about what anime we could show and would worry constantly, over stuff. And I was just like, dude, relax. Like,
Listen,
As
yeah,
long as
and
you're
you know,
not
we
showing porn, y'all should be okay.
as long as you guys didn't show, you know,
Hentai.
no. I was gonna
Which,
say,
by the way, did
no,
I tell
Elven
you?
Lied.
I
As
was
long as
gonna
you
say,
don't show Elven Lied, you're fine.
I accidentally got the Anime Club to air hentai once.
oh god,
Nice job, Moore.
Ah.
we did have they did have something called hentai and chicken night. I didn't go that night, but it was
Sounds
just
awesome.
they said that they were watching hentai and eating Popeye's chicken.
So I would interrupt this real quick. Darkscream. The reason why you can't find Maha Shoujo site, it's being streamed on Amazon Prime.
It's okay. I actually have an Amazon Prime account. I just never touched it because I had no reason to use it. Now I do. Thank you, Windsor.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna be AFK for a second.
All right. Oh man, I wanted to share more of my other Anime Club stories, but yeah. Want to show the
didn't join
hentai?
my anime club because I thought it was a little too cringy.
Surprisingly enough, my Anime Club, well, the people in the Anime Club, some of the members, they were pretty cool, but the club itself
I was friends with people in the anime club. I just never joined them. Because then I'd have to help out with things, and that's not my thing.
You have to do work. Labor.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, you want to fucking do that after spending like 4 hours a day in college doing hard ass classes and shit.
I had 7 hours.
Ugh.
I shoved as many classes as I could on one day.
The thing is, with the major I was in, I only had to go to class like 4 days a week. So I had Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays off.
I only went 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I'm not going any other day.
The community college that I went to, I would go there on like fucking 3 days a week, but one of them would be like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience I have from my anime club. Don't get me wrong, there were a-holes there, but my experience seemed better. Nobody was out to try to get me. Jesus.
Yet.
I'll be right back for a second.
I will say this much. I don't know if I shared the story with the chat, but I did save the anime club from 2 hours of awfulness that was Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Yeah, what was the other option that you offered them, Darkscream?
Lupin the Third Castle of Cagliostro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was either
something even worse.
No. Oh, man, fuck you. Yes, there are times I want to deliberately destroy the minds of the anime club. We saw both episodes of Puni Poami. You remember Puni Poami, the spin-off of Excel Saga?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sure you don't. Totally broke their fucking minds that night. Otis Mihan says Darkscream, the unsung anime hero of our generation. But yeah, at the time I wanted them to see something good, and Cagliostro was Miyazaki's directorial debut. I might wrap this stream up soon once Deck Crash comes back, because we're running out of anecdotes and we've been over 2 hours. But well, this was actually a fun stream. I enjoyed this more than our gaming streams. What about you guys? And what about you guys?
I mean, I get to be loud, obnoxious, and get work done.
Yay. Lance?
Lance is dead.
Okay. I'll take that as a yes. Windsor?
Windsor is also dead. I'm chewing on their bones right now.
I'll take that as a no.
These are tasty.
All right. I don't know if it's what YouTuber kissing itis. Oh,
Okay, I'm back.
Right. Oh.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Watashi wa Kizuna Ida.
I was just sharing stories of my anime club, how I broke their minds showing both episodes of Puni Poami.
That wasn't hentai though.
No, but it was pretty fucked up and pretty disturbing, pretty deranged, and they didn't watch all of Excel Saga yet, so it was a good time to destroy them.
Wait, you showed them Pony Poemi when they hadn't watched Excel Saga yet?
Pretty much.
Oh.
God, dude, what the hell's wrong with you?
Funny thing is,
Oh my God.
one of the club members showed up the next morning after we had that hentai night and said the exact same thing to me.
Dude, you got to ease them into that with Excel Saga. It's like using lube before going through the back door. You know?
Nah, man, I like to use brain prods.
Oh,
old-fashioned
I
lobotomy.
see what you did there. You're funny. Ha ha ha. Danganronpa joke. Fuck you.
Wait, what?
It's a reference to Danganronpa 3.
Oh, I thought you was talking about what I said was from Danganronpa. I was like, man, I didn't realize Danganronpa went that way.
Oh,
yeah.
it did at one point.
It went all the way, dude.
I've watched some of Danganronpa, the first one. It was interesting, but it was just a little bit too disturbing for me.
Nah, man,
Wait, you watched
Danganronpa 2 onward is actually when it gets real good.
Yeah, I think you would explain what happened with that one. I was just like, oh good God.
Dude, V3. I just finished V3 and holy shit. I'm not going to spoil anything.
I need to stop screwing around. I do need to get on V3.
V3 was fucking amazing.
You see, I just haven't really had a lot of JRPGs that have really interested me that much. But I did see the commercial for. But I did see the commercial for the new Shin Megami Tensei, and I actually kind of want to play that.
Which one? Persona 5?
No, Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, well, it's a spinoff of Persona 5 is a spinoff of Shin Megami Tensei.
I know that, but I mean, if I would have said Persona 5. No, there's a new Shin Megami Tensei coming out.
Yeah, for the Switch, but that's not why we're getting the Switch. We're getting the Switch for Shinobi Reflections.
Oh, the new Shin Megami Tensei is only coming out for the Switch?
I think so.
It is in the new Senran Kagura game, Reflections. I'm surprised that game's getting localized.
Well, they got the Peach Splash available on Steam, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna be, they're gonna have it available here in the States.
Here's the kicker, Brandon. You know why Senran Kagura Reflections is for the Switch? Because the producer of the series wants to take advantage of the realistic motion sensor controls that the joysticks for those things have. You know what that means, right?
Titties.
No, sorry.
Okay, see, this is how realistic the Nintendo Switch console. They can simulate things like holding a glass of ice, and if you move the joystick around, it feels like you can feel the ice in it. What other things can you potentially feel with the sensors that realistic?
Oh, boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Glorious motherfucking opie.
So that's why
God.
that game's getting localized.
Oh, Lord.
What are you eating?
I'm sorry, that's me.
I mean, please, nigga.
Well, no, he's eating too. You're both eating. I need to go get me a milkshake.
What you stuffing with faces?
Oh,
dude,
man.
Fucking, I cannot wait. I cannot.
Well, it's almost 10 p.m. here, so I think now's a good time to wrap it up. And it is a Sunday, so people probably have to get up early in the morning for some shit.
Can I say this last bit real quick?
Oh, okay, sure.
I cannot wait for the game made for me to come out on the PlayStation.
And that is?
And it'll be the glorious game, Omega Lab Z.
Omega Lab Z?
I'm just waiting for the next DLC for Destiny to come out. That's just me.
Hit the brakes. You still play Destiny?
Nope. Fucking nope.
Destiny 2, yes, I do.
Stream's over. We're out. Nope. Fuck this.
Well, I could end it on some other notes. So, did you hear they're doing a sequel to Gundam 00?
Yeah, actually, I have, but I haven't even seen the original.
A guy named Windsor told me about it.
Yeah, for some reason, they've really been wanking off 00 these past.
Nah, I'd rather them continue Build Fighters because that series actually has a fun premise.
But you haven't even watched season 1.
But I did see some of the third season.
You mean there's only 2 seasons?
So wait, Try's the second season?
Try is the second season, yes.
Okay, I did see one of the episodes of the second season.
Okay. And Drivers is a completely different property.
Well, I guess now's a good time to wrap up this stream.
Yeah,
So,
excuse me, await
No,
my impending alcoholism.
I'm going to try this again next week because this was a lot of fun. But I'll catch you guys later.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, later, guy.
All right, take care, man.
Yeah, thanks for putting me on.
All right, take care, everybody. See you soon.
Hey, this is Real signing off. Being a cock.